Tale of 12 Gems, our original D&D campaign. My name is Joe Treff. I am your DM this evening and many others, and joining me are my friends Vincent, Tina, a very small version of Tina, Alana, Kara, and Hannah. We are missing Matt tonight, as Matt is, believe it or not, in yet another wedding. I know we thought it was done, but back in the wedding train again.
How many people does he know?
I know, right? Like, I don't know that many people. I think all of you guys, and I've been to like half of your weddings.
He's like renting out his services as like groomsman.
Oh, that's a professional groomsman. Yeah. So Matt, if you're watching, just some ideas. Let me change it from scary music to something a little bit more upbeat while we talk. So we are going to be playing some D&D tonight, but before we do, a couple of quick announcements. I didn't even open my notes because we were just chatting down here.
We got
yeah, we played Starfinder last night. This is our original 2E adventure. It is a cyberpunk game played on a mega city called Seethe. And the group actually way outperformed my expectations to the point that they almost killed a real important NPC way earlier than they were intended to die.
Oops.
And rapidly shifted the sort of trajectory of that session. So it was really cool. You can see it when it re-airs over on YouTube at Elbron RPG on Sunday. There's also like 600 other sessions over there of various D&D campaigns, Starfinder campaigns. There is Paranoia, there's Fallout 2D20, there is Into the Odd, there is Humblewood, there is a million other systems that you can go and see at Elbron RPG on YouTube.
Believe it or not, we do have lives.
Yeah. And then there is Sirenscape and Monument Music, as well as Matthew for music. And that is all of the announcements, I believe, that I have for this week. Oh, no. On Sunday, you can join us for the second session of Curse of Strahd, run by Alana. We managed to largely avoid trouble. I like to believe because not all of us chose to just sacrifice our blood right from the get-go. And I like to think that helped.
It's blood magic.
Yeah, for religious purposes. So you can see session 2 when we play it on Sunday, roughly 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And with that, it is time for a Tale of 12 Gems. And to Kara with the recap.
Misfits. It's been a minute, but not for our characters. At the beginning of our last session, we began a quite long rest, as our sleep cycles had been a bit disrupted by all the goings-on in the Oberdon Basin. Chaos, which we caused mostly by our own fault. I suppose this is what happens when you tell people that you're here to clear them out and they should remember us and fear us. But anyway, as we stumble our way through the goblin ossuary beneath the muddy estate, it is about time that we just take a nap, because we're low on resources. Grimgob and Ralph attuned to their new weapons with the attunement, Grimgob is now able to hear the Dirge Moon's song. And after much discussion, we realized that the book that we were told to find, which would help us find the Dirge Moon, is still a bit of a mystery. And Ralph and Grimgob set off to speak again with Wormfeeder, the guardian located deep within the crypt. He gave us a quick primer on Crackelslash Society, and after a bit more obfuscation about, the book and the book beneath everything and the book, finally learned that the book is the Pages of Mist, what Goblin Elders believe is holding and containing the gem's powers and kind of directing it. During our long rest, Emmy explained her disappearance. She was, at one point, it seems, pulled into another plane. And after discussing the different models available to describe said planes and the merits of all, some of us remember, we eventually come to the realization that she had been pulled into the Feywild. What that means, we are unable to tell, but Emmy is now unable to sleep during the night, magically or otherwise. Our road ahead is going to be difficult. There's no treating with the Crackelslash at this point. They don't really take kindly to someone coming in and trashing their house. But after much debate, Nora made the decision for the group, and moved ahead without much say-so otherwise. Inside the estate proper, in a wine cellar, we found partied-out gobos asleep. And with a room warded against idiots, quote-unquote, getting into the last space towards the end, and some careful looks around and some careful place silence spells, we progress deeper, breaking a musical pattern thanks to Tuli's magic and musical knowledge. And with some ill-advised adventurous spirit, Nora burst upon the scene into a room that was set up for an ambush and thankfully was very quiet about it, but not quiet enough to not attract the attention of other ambushes. There's a lot of ambushes in this goblin building. A large sounding voice and a small sounding voice on the stairs somewhere in the distance. And with a little bit more caution than we had before, investigate. Nora pushed deeper and deeper with a sleep spell in hand, with Grimgob close behind, and she made her way onto a landing where there were a couple of old pieces of furniture covered in tarps, but still no goblins. In an attempt to flush the goblins out, Grimgob magicked up a spooky ghost, and with great skill, actually, managed quite a frightening howl that so frightened the not furniture covered with tarp directly to Nora's left. And the hill giant, whose name I can't really pronounce because he's shouted it in, his hill giant enunciation, tossed off the tarp, screaming that they've come for him. And Nora did not see her death today, but I guess that's where we're at. And with that, Misfits, nice knowing you.
as this tarp goes flying up and this creature says, "They've come for Tuscrancy!"
No.
You can all roll for initiative.
Did the
Can you
sleep
say
spell
that?
go off yet?
The sleep spell. Yes,
I've been-
yeah.
It was 17 hit points, so
Yes.
I doubt it got all of
Yeah, no, it definitely went off.
Did he say that in common?
Yes. Okay.
Why? I don't need that. No,
Anybody else natural?
No!
Oh,
I did.
Kara, you're so dead.
Dead?
I'm so dead. No,
okay.
I just got high.
25 to 20.
Not that high, though.
Dirty 20.
I mean,
Emmy just lives at the top
I
of
don't
the
know.
initiative.
I don't
order.
know. You might
reason.
need help.
20 to 15.
17.
17 for
19.
Nora.
I'm disappointed that I rolled higher for once.
19
But
for
Joe rolled a
Grimgob.
natural 20.
Sorry about
How
that.
dare you do this to me,
I
Joe?
apologize. It is with the dice that Tina made me.
How dare
That
you do this to us, Tina?
is going to be 15 to 10.
Making it difficult.
10 to 5.
7.
7
8.
for Taki.
No,
and-
7. Damn.
Oh, okay.
What's your modifier?
0.
I'm a negative. You go first.
And then Ralph. So the way that this shakes out, Tuscrancy is going to be beginning, followed by Emmy, then Grimgob, then Nora, then Taki, then Rolf, and then at the very end, Arathunk, this terrified hill giant who rolled a 3 and ends up with initiative 4. So, in the darkness of this space, you can hear as this exclamation just roars out, this smaller voice just say, "Huh?" And around the corner appears this goblin. You can see dressed in this leather armor. They have a shield. As you see them around the corner, there is nothing in their hand. But suddenly, as they see you and their eyes narrow, they hold their hand out, and it is like water is drawn from the mud, from the silt, from the walls, and this spear just appears in their hand. That is a bonus action, and then they're going to move.
What? Why? They don't have to. They don't. They can stay where they are.
Genuinely no
Around the
need for
corner,
this.
And Grimgob is right there.
I just wanted to give you a nap.
So Grimgob, this individual just rounds the corner and immediately slings the spear at you. That is going to be only a 13 to hit.
It bounces off my mage armor,
Very
but just
nice.
barely.
So they swing this forwards. You can hear them in Goblin just shouting out, "Intruders!" And they whip this at you. You just barely duck out of the way, but they spin this around, and with the blunt end, does a the big stat block. Does a 15 hit.
That meets it, beats it.
Meets it, beats it. The back end of this spear just straight into your chest. That is going to be 11 points of bludgeoning damage, as they are only using one hand, plus 5 points of thunder damage. As this hits you, just the blunt end, there is as this thunderous kind of energy rips into your chest, you are almost knocked off your feet. But that is both of their attacks. It's action, bonus action. That is their turn. That brings us to Emmy.
Hey, going first is just like going last, but with extra steps.
Yeah, pretty much. How bad do you look?
Like around half.
Half bad.
Half bad. No, sorry, half good.
Half good? That's good.
You look at Grimgob and you can see just like smiling face, 2 broken legs.
I don't need those.
Well, in that case, as a bonus action, you're getting 9 points of health back from the healing light.
Oh, thank you.
And I think probably just out of sheer just reaction, Sacred Flame.
Sacred Flame, absolutely. That is a
It is a dexterity.
dexterity saving throw. That is a natural 1.
Beautiful.
Who'd you do it on?
The little one attacking you. For 14 14 radiant damage.
Very nice. 14 points of radiant damage. You throw this sacred flame, and in the last kind of moment of this, you can see standing amongst the silt and the mud, they pull up their arms. Elements of this mud almost just covers them, seems to almost give them a little bit of resistance. Give me 1 second here. But with radiant damage does the full amount, and that is... You said 14?
Yes, sir.
All right. Their eyes narrow, and you can see they almost completely hone in on you.
I'm gonna back up because we're in the middle of top right now.
Okay. You absolutely do. Ooh. Sorry, that was a dex saving throw, correct?
Yes, sir.
They're a goblin, and part of their feature, I don't know if this is because they're a goblin or a silt, I don't remember, but they do have evasion, and so they do take half of that damage. That's 14 to 7. But you can tell that it's part of them like pulling the silt up, not a resistance to the damage type itself. Anything else, Emmy?
That's all I got.
Okay, you kind of back up to where this mirror is, and as you kind of bump into this, you can tell part of the reason that this creature probably was able to hide this mirror angled in such a way to see up the stairs. And from behind them, this guy probably had a sight line. You had heard him talking before, had quickly kind of covered himself, and the stealth check was not as low as I had planned on it being. It was supposed to be a lot funnier. That is Emmy's turn. That brings us to Grimgob. Grimgob, this individual just strikes you and then turns their attention over you. They almost seem to just kind of pass over you now. You can feel them beginning to bunch up and move towards Emmy.
Let's see. I'm going to Goblin Disengage
Okay.
as my bonus action, and then I'm going to Goblin Move Away. And as I go by, I'm gonna pat Tonky on the thigh and say, "Get him, Tonky!" And I'm gonna cast haste on you as I do that.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna just skitter back here.
So you run over, you just kind of tap Tonky as you go, imbuing her with this haste. Tonky, all of a sudden, it is just like you slammed an entire keg of cold brew, this potion that you have heard of far in an exotic land called Everest. And you can feel your heart accelerate. Time slows down around you.
I'm gonna say to the goblin, any chance we don't have to fight?
Okay, that's a free action.
I'll say that in Goblin.
No problem. I would say full free. They almost don't even know how to answer that. I think they kind of look at you, their eyes just like flitting away from Emmy for just a second, but they just snarl and kind of continue to move. That is your turn, Grimgob?
Yeah.
All right, that brings us to Nora. Nora, your ear rings as this individual's voice kind of dies down and they start to move. You see them lifting this great club up itself, probably about your size, and its mass just hanging up in the air now.
This is probably not going to work. I need a 20-foot cube.
They're over there. They're all over there.
Oh, no.
Don't worry, y'all.
Perfect.
Yeah.
It's going to stay where it is. That's the only thing.
Okay.
You see the red thing on the curtain? You're looking to look down behind the light.
Well, that's why I'm blinded by the light.
Darn!
Look into the sun.
It's going to be right there.
You catching old Tonkster?
No. Tonks is just on the edge.
Very nice. Yeah, absolutely. You can get the corner of the room there in a 10 by 10 cube.
And we're
So
casting
20
web.
by 20.
Okay.
Well, it
They're
goes
standing
off
on a 10 by 10 though.
a little bit this way. Yeah, perfect. So cast web.
Yeah.
And then we are going to eep and attempt to just get away and pray. Get away and pray is just we're gonna hang out near Emmy if nothing bad happens.
That'll be a good one.
So as you cast
Hey.
web, there is just
Healing.
this explosion of just kind of these sticky tendrils that go out. You almost use that as a curtain to move through. I'm sorry, you didn't do anything to prevent an attack of opportunity?
No, I just ran.
Gotcha.
I have nothing that can do that.
So you hear
I'm
in
not a
common them yell out, "Ghost, die!" And they swing this great club down. That is almost certainly going to hit. That is a 24 to hit.
Oh my god, yes.
Let me get some dice.
I'm gonna find my dice too.
Okay, so that is 11, that is 16, that is going to be 21 points of bludgeoning damage.
Fuck.
That's a lot.
So much.
They slam this great club down. These stairs rattle. Little bits of stone fall from overhead. There is a splash of mud and silt that kind of has pooled along the floor into the air. But you get away.
And they are in the webs still. Yes,
They are. And they will be at the start of their turn.
Well, only if the webs are still there,
It's true.
which they're not gonna be.
So they smack the web straight out of you. As you try to cast this spell, they just...
No, that's not what's happening. I'm a tiefling. We're just looking up how many dice I need.
These webs
3.
are flammable.
They are indeed. So we got 3d10 and then the webs.
First
Oh, this
you
is
put up the
fantastic.
web, then you burn out the web.
No,
This
I
is
need-
fantastic.
I need a dex saving throw from
Come on.
the giant.
Arathunk.
Of all people.
That is going to be a 10.
That's a failure. And then Gabo, since Gabo is also caught in the webs, is taking the
2d4,
d4 damage.
correct.
Okay.
Technically, at the start of its turn, it will take the 2d4 damage.
Cool. Well, that's that. Hold 5 fire damage in escrow then.
I put it in the account.
And 10, 11, 17 points of fire damage immediately from the hellish rebuke to Arathunk.
Absolutely, and it deals the full amount that you would expect. You hear them just shout out, "Oh, Goosebumps!" You make your way across this space, the webs just smoldering in your wake.
Nora is so bloody and is definitely missing some bone and skin from her face. She looks terrible.
Absolutely. Everybody hears bones pop as this thing just slams Nora down into the ground. But Nora, you have created some distance for now. Anything else?
Cry.
That brings us to Tonki. Tonki, all of this happens over the span of a day for you because things are going quick.
Is the web still there?
No,
The web,
it's
the web
on
is
fire.
on fire. It burns away in one round, so it'll be gone at the end. at the start of Nora's next turn.
Fire.
So yes, it's there, but
It's important because creatures that start their turn there take damage.
Yeah.
Ah.
So I'm just gonna step over this way so that I can be in base contact but not on fire. And then do I have space to get big? I don't. Okay,
You do.
so
If you do, you would just take up these 4 spaces, but there's 4 spaces here.
yeah, alright. Go ahead and get big.
So
Take up someone
Tonki,
your
all
own
of a sudden,
size.
you just get big, and you get big in a hasted sort of manner. And so as you just get significantly larger in this space, all of a sudden the fire immediately around you just kind of is just blown out with the momentum of your movement and growth.
Alright, and she's sees this giant. She's never seen a giant before, and she's like, "Me never met giant before. Me big too." And she's gonna grapple him because she wants to hug him.
Okay.
Oh, that might actually work on this guy if he weren't on fire.
She's trying to pat out the fire.
20.
23.
Very nice. You hug them. They try to just grapple you back, and for just a moment, you can feel them lift you to your toes, but then you just hoist them up, and you can hear them just go, but their eyes turn, and you can see on their little cheeks, there's a slight blush. They are being crushed and held by you. Anything else, Tonki?
Yeah, I'm hasted, so I'm gonna. I don't want to. I'm gonna, as my extra attack. Does extra attack have to be to the same person you hit with your first attack?
No.
No.
All right, cool.
As long as you make an attack.
With my extra attack, I'm going to. How far away am I? Am I
From the goblin?
10 feet away from the goblin?
You
are.
are.
Nice. I'm gonna pull out my pilgrim's chain and hit him, the goblin, not the giant.
Are you releasing the grapple?
Grappling in my offhand.
Gotcha.
with my
Okay.
hand.
You're just grabbing him by the scruff.
Oh,
Yeah,
you scrapped a
yeah.
giant.
Mechanically, it's grappling.
Yeah.
But pilgrim's chain. That's gonna be 18 to hit.
An 18 would normally, hang on, let me do math real quick. An 18 would normally hit, but as you swing over, as you kind of just appear in this space, the momentum that you have displacing the silt and the fire, this individual kind of turns almost like just surprised by the speed by which you move, and they bring their spear up and they just barely are able to parry as they add 3 to their AC, but that is still a meets it, beats it.
Oh. Aha. Wait,
They
so I
don't
do hit him.
know how much their AC is, so they attempt to parry that. It's close. They cannot actually block that damage.
Okay. So that's gonna be 5 slashing damage.
5 points of slashing damage.
Yes.
All right.
And then for my extra action for haste, can I make a ability check?
For your extra, yeah, it's an action.
Nice. So to the giant, in giant, she's gonna say, "We not ghosts, and we not want to hurt you. If you help us, we help you instead." And I'd like to make a persuasion check.
Okay. I'm gonna say.
I know that he's like on fire because I'm holding
I'm
him in
gonna
the
say
fire.
it probably is. You just know that this is not going to work.
Okay, so
yeah.
never mind then. I'm gonna hit him.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's probably a good idea.
Okay,
Second best option.
that's
Hit
upsetting.
him.
It's upsetting, but I'm gonna go ahead and I guess I'm still holding the pilgrim's chain, so I'll hit him with that. 16.
A 16 is a hit. You swing this pilgrim's chain like backwards, striking the goblin. They try to parry but are unable to do so, and then you swing it forwards to hit this creature you are already grappling.
Alright, so that is plus 4 is 10 slashing damage.
10 points of slashing damage, the full amount. Anything else, Tonk?
No, Tonki just looks a little sad that she has to hurt a giant.
That's fair. And that brings us to Ralph.
Okay. So first thing Raph will do is whip around and cast Shield of Faith on Nora. So you get a +2 to your AC.
Oh.
So hopefully you have slightly less chance of dying. And then Ralph will move to face contact with the man, the myth, the crate. And being yeah, so he's currently being grappled.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, where's the little guy?
Right in the corner.
Okay, covered by the tarp.
Covered by the tarp, also
Perfect.
by webs and fire.
And she'll strike with the Verdict of Tear.
Okay.
Okay. So it'll be to pull up. Oh, that's 2. Get out of the way. Okay. Does a. Ooh, I did not put the number in there. Oops. Sorry. Does a dirty 20 hit?
A dirty 20 absolutely does hit. You're hitting the goblin?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Big boy.
Yes, absolutely. That definitely hits.
Okay, excellent. So, with this, that is going to be 1d8 since I'm single-handing it.
Does extra damage, doesn't it? Because you casted a spell.
I believe so. Yeah. I put in the custom version of this, and it is not showing, which is really fun and exciting for me. And I'm so glad I took the time to put in the notes for this. It definitely saved.
What a terribly fun journey for you.
Yes.
Fun, sexy times all around.
So 4 right now.
I have it here. When you cast a spell of first level or higher, your next melee hit before the end of your next turn deals an additional 1d8 radiant damage per spell level
Okay.
to a max of 3.
Okay. Awesome.
So Shield of Faith at first level?
Yes.
Okay.
So that is going to be a total of math.
It's like Smite with benefits.
It's going to be 5 bludgeoning damage
Good
and
job.
4 radiant damage.
No one makes
9
me laugh
points
like I
total.
do.
It does the
Not
full
just
amount
this
that you would
actually.
expect.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
For flavor, Ralph will just lift her shield and, trying to be as menacing as possible while standing in between 2 literal giants.
Absolutely. Right now, 2 massive creatures on either side of you. You, with your kind of like armor and everything, normally you do occupy a lot of space, but for the first time in a long time, Ralph, you feel truly small. This does bring us to Arathunk, who begins by just kind of shouting. They kind of try to pat the flames out, but they do take damage from this fire. As they like stomp the flames out, Tonki, you're still grappling them, correct?
Correct.
So they are going to look at you. You speak giant. You spoke to them in giant, right? So in giant, they just say, "You're confused! You still have time!" And they just try to shove you off. Make a athletics check.
Will.
He takes some fire damage at the
He
start
already
of his
took
turn.
it, yeah.
Okay.
I put it in the escrow account with the other guys.
Ah, very good.
I got a natural 20, and fun
Very
fact,
nice.
I got a natural 1 on my other one for advantage.
That's amazing, but this is that's going to be more than enough. 16 for this person. So they shove you. You kind of hold them tighter, and they are unable to break. They are just going to sit there and just kind of continue to try to push you off, but that is all that they can do. And that brings us to the top of the round and to Scrunty. They also take their escrow account's worth of damage. You can see with that fire just kind of running across them. It seems to hurt them, but the water and the silt seems to almost crawl up their body. Let's see here. Okay. So first, as a bonus action, you see this silt just completely engulf them. And then almost as like a rush of a tide, it just storms across this space. And they reappear using the gross version of Misty Step.
What do we call it?
I think it's Muddy Step.
Silty step? I don't know.
And you just saw all that stuff happen. I think they're going to put themselves actually right there.
Oh, no.
No!
It's a terrible place for him to stand.
I don't want him there.
So the
Goblin.
mud just, and he just reforms in this space. Mud just splattering out across your garments, both Grimgob and Nora. They are going to make 2 attacks with their spear. The first against you, Grimgob. That is not great. That is only going to be a 12 to hit.
Phew. Miss.
And so as you again
Bounces
are
off the
able
mage
to just
armor.
kind of block with your mage armor, they swing this around again and they just say, "Why won't you die?" Poof, and they just hit you with the back end of it. That is going to be not rolling great tonight. 15 to hit.
Or Grimgum.
Oh, me?
Yep.
Oh, 15 does hit.
15 does hit. That is going to be 9 points of piercing damage. Plus, as they had sort of used this drown step to move over, this blade seems to be almost coated with this mud and silt. And after that damage, Grimgob, you are taking 11 points of thunder damage as there is this of thunderous energy that rolls over this space and the silt and mud spatters everywhere, almost like just a pelting of gravel. Are you still up?
I'm still up, and good news, you're not I made my concentration check.
Very nice. That's very important. But they stand here now, just menacing over you, and that is their turn. That brings us to Emmy.
That's very good.
Things are going so well. With Nora right next to me. we're going to healing hands it.
Nora knows who's carrying the aloe.
8 points of health back.
I'll take it.
And then we will healing word Grimjob.
This is a good battle track.
Yeah,
It
I like
is.
it.
For 9.
Oh, thank you again.
And
Okay, so you kind of close over into the center of this space, one hand almost just tapping Nora on the shoulder, the other just expelling light that radiates out towards you. Grimgob, badly hurt were you, but this light seems to take the edge off. Anything else, Emmy?
that's all through.
That brings us to you, Grimgob.
Alright. I am going to... Let's see. Cast Charm Person on him. You can make a Wisdom save with advantage
On which one?
on the Goblin.
You're a
Okay.
charm person?
Yep.
Damn.
Tooley's not here. He has to carry the torch.
Hadn't had a chance to use it.
What kind of save?
Wisdom, and you have advantage.
That is going to... He already
If you
had
consider
advantage.
this a fight.
That is going to be a 15.
That meets it, beats it.
Oh,
No.
unfortunate.
Okay.
If they hadn't had advantage, wouldn't have helped.
Alright, alright, in that case, I'm just going to... I tried to cast that, I failed. I'm just gonna say, as a free action, no, seriously, like, if we could not fight, that'd be great. Can you just, like, take us to Dasgron so we can talk to him?
You say that to him.
I'm not
as
expecting that to work.
a free action. He is going to say, "You dare speak our leader's words," and he is going to begin to attack you. The opposite of effective was that.
Oh man.
Damn.
Anything else, Grimcup?
Yeah, I'm gonna... Is there space I can push him away?
You push him into me, so...
No. Bonus action disengage again, and I'm gonna scuttle away again.
Okay.
And
He
maybe like
swings the spear at you. You just bonus action disengage, leaping underneath it, kind of dodging away. You move towards the stairs.
the stairs is where we came from, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm on the stairs.
What is your passive perception?
I was worried about that.
Yeah.
Being loud.
11.
He yelled out.
With an 11, you reach the upper level where there is relative safety. There is a little bit of quiet up here in the distance from the stuff down here. Anything else, Grimgob?
No, everything's fine.
Okay.
Why'd you say it like that?
Well, just because there is, this closed door and all these other things here, and
Yeah.
it seems pretty safe. So that is your turn, Grimgob. That brings us to you, Nora. Nora, you feel less safe.
I feel so much less safe right now. I don't know what you guys are saying. Frostbite. I need a con saving throw from Little Silt Knife there.
Cocked.
Did you silt knife
Con save?
Mhm.
That is a 11.
Failure. He takes 9 points of cold damage, and he has disadvantage on the next weapon attack roll.
Very nice. This frost just kind of ignites up them as you say, you don't know what they're saying, and it just leaps across like an arcane gust of wind that just almost freezes the moisture across them. It does the full damage, but you can see very quickly they just kind of crack this ice. Anything else, Nora? With Grimgob gone, their attention fully on you in this moment. That brings us to Tonki.
All right. So Gobbo's attention is now on Nora.
Yep.
We can't be having that. I'm going to.
It's okay, Hill Giant is worse!
No, I know. I'm going to I'm gonna drop my pilgrim's chain.
Can't survive another choice.
Pull out the javelin and huck it at the gobbo.
Question mark?
Exclamation point.
So with one arm, almost just kind of now choking this giant, with the other, you pull this javelin out, and almost backhanded, you just throw this javelin straight at this goblin.
do.
For any throw.
So, and that's gonna be. Oh, sorry. Well, that didn't mean to. 18 to hit.
An 18 is going to hit.
All right, so that's 7 points of piercing, and
Mhm.
on that hit, I'm gonna go ahead and activate my fire rune. So he needs to make a strength save, DC 13.
And 16.
Damn. All right, well, he still takes more fire damage. Give me just a second here, but he doesn't get restrained, which was my hope. So he takes 4 fire damages.
Hey, you know what? That's still a pretty good amount. And as that fire just across him, you can see like he now about to like strike Nora suddenly kind of turns and looks over, looks at you, looks at this giant. And you can see starting to look kind of hurt. He's now beginning to become a little bit concerned.
Okay. Can I, now that I've thrown the javelin
Mhm.
and have an empty hand, can I pull out the pilgrim's chain, or does that take like an action?
You dropped it, correct?
I had dropped it. Yeah.
So it's an
I need
action to pick it up,
So it's
yeah.
action. Okay. So, all right. And then she's gonna, just trying to figure out the order of how I want to do things here. I will just, again, big hug to the giant. This is an unarmed strike. Like, squeeze it.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
And that is gonna be a dirty 20 to
That
hit.
absolutely hits. After throwing the javelin, you just reach back with your other hand and now just grapple him fully, squeezing and squeezing.
So that's gonna be 7 points of bludgeoning. And then my extra action. Do I think I've got Gobbo's attention at this point?
Oh, certainly.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna then just squeeze again for my extra
Okay,
action.
make your next attack.
That is gonna be a 14 to hit.
14 is still a hit.
Nice.
This guy very big.
Me think this guy easy to hit, she says.
No.
For another 7 points of bludgeoning, and I forgot to do Giant's Might, so that's another 5 points of bludgeoning.
Very nice. You just squeeze, and so it comes out more of like a no.
And I forgot to do the extra damage to him because I'm grappling him, so sorry about that. And that is 4 additional points of bludgeoning.
Very nice. He's starting to look kind of hurt. As you kind of squeeze and squeeze, you hear just little kind of from inside of his body. He's certainly getting hurt by this attack.
And then as a free action, she's going to be like, in Giant, me not confused, you confused. And that's her turn.
Okay, that is your turn, Taki. That brings us to Ralph.
All right. So Tonki has this guy pretty well handled, but Ralph doesn't want to allow
Ralph, do you
him.
speak giant?
No.
Do you speak goblin?
Yes.
Okay, so at least you understand one of the conversations happening in the room.
Yes. Yes.
Fortunately, the other one is not that
You're-
important.
Unfortunately, you're listening to the dumb one.
You don't speak goblin, right?
Or
Wait.
giant, so I have no idea.
We don't know what's going on!
I don't want to give any space for this guy to potentially move. So what I will do is I will cast.
For what it's worth, it doesn't look like he can, because it looks like there's only 5 feet between you, the wall, and Bonky.
The giant.
Bonky takes up a lot of space.
And
Bonky does
he's,
take
and
up
he's
a lot
being
of
grappled
space.
currently
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll not disengage because I don't have that ability.
And that will certainly provoke
Unlike
an
apparently
attack. I
all
believe
else.
it's at disadvantage. Still pretty good. They swing with this great club as best as they can, which is pretty good. That's a 24 to hit.
Oh yeah.
So they swing this almost underhanded with the hand that is free. That is going to be 10, 12, 17 points of bludgeoning damage. Pretty small strike.
Ow.
Small.
Owie.
This giant has
I
exclusively
need
only
to-
done damage via attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
He's an opportunist.
Concentration check.
I don't like it.
Okay. Concentration maintained.
Okay, wow. Lots of good concentration checks in this combat.
Oh, we concentrated.
Yeah.
We're like orange juice.
Jesus. It was. Okay. So
Wait.
I will then.
What you doing?
So I'm going to cast Healing Word at first level
Okay.
on Nora to kind of undo some of the stab damage she's taken.
So much ouch damage.
As you kind of close into that corner, you can see that Nora's looking hurt. Already, as you kind of move, you cast this spell, and the healing light that goes into Nora also seems to kind of split and concentrate into your hammer.
All right, so it's 6 points of healing damage for you, Nora. And then as I come up behind this goblin, I will just stand over him and just kind of be like, you stay away from her. And do a melee attack of... It is a 17 hit.
17 would normally hit, however, here they swing their spear back and they block your attack.
Yeah.
They still have their attention turned on Nora. Anything else?
That was my action, my bonus action, my movement.
Would we not be flanking?
Oh, we are flanking.
You are flanking,
Oh.
absolutely. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Avantage. Worse.
Okay.
Okay.
They
Good
are my
thought.
dice,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
to be
Good thought.
clear.
There you
Good
go.
thought. No, they've been doing well. They've been doing well.
In your hands.
Okay. Let me just tick that off because
Okay.
I need to remember to tick these off. Okay. That's all I can do.
Alrighty, that is your turn, Ralph. That does bring us to Arathunk, who is still grappled by Tonki. They stop trying to break your grapple, and instead they say, "Me not want to do this. You force me." And they take their great club and they just, in this really awkward motion, drop it low to the ground and then swing it up. And it's like 50-50. They're going to hit you or hit themselves in the head with this like really awkward motion. But they make the attack. That's going to hit. That's going to be a 27 to hit.
That does it.
So they bring this up and slam it into your head, Tonki. That is going to be 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That is going to be 20 points of bludgeoning damage. And then they say, "Let go!" And they swing again.
Did you remember to add to the AC from haste, by the
Yeah.
way? Okay.
This is going to be a 24 to hit. Oof.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
no, sorry.
I was going to say, that's a crazy AC.
No, 24 is my hit points, Joe.
Oh. No, 24 hits your AC?
Yeah.
Okay. That is going to be 10, 14, 19 points of bludgeoning damage as they just hit you twice. It's just trying to break your grapple in a different direction. You can see they look a little bit upset. Kind of both of you are fighting and really upset about this. You could tell in like another world, he like is kind of attracted to you. He's never seen a giant like person like this who's then also come up and grappled him. This is like pretty cool. And so this is tearing him apart. But that is his action. That is his he shoves himself into you, trying to drive you across the floor, but unable to move you, kind of stuck in this corner. That is Arathunk's turn. That brings us to the top of the round and to Tuscranti. Having turned his attention backwards on Tonki, he is going to say, oh man, this is interesting timing. He is going to say, Arathunk, I need you right now. And he brings this spear back, and you can see all the silt and mud just gathers around it, almost forming like a tail to this spear. And he hurls this. And it's like the mud and silt in the room just form a huge heft that just thrusts this like an arm of mud into Tonki, or towards Tonki at least.
Oh.
Tonki, that is going to be a 18 to hit.
Pizza, pizza.
Oh, okay. So as they hit you with Mud Cutter, make a strength saving throw.
Strength save, you say. 26.
With a 26, this strikes you, and for a moment you feel as if you are about to get knocked prone, but you stand strong. And so you take only 9.
Good night.
You take 18 points of damage as this just slams into you. There is a of thunder that just rolls through the space, scattering the mud back to the ground. Arathunk just and just kind of looks around. You can see he glares at this goblin, but kind of resolves and settles his attention probably on Grimgob. That is going to be...
Tonki's down, by the way, in case that wasn't obvious.
Tonki is down. That is the action. As a bonus action, there's really no reason to do that. They're just going to stay right here. And that is their turn. That brings us to Emmy.
I believe I put myself closer. I am able to touch Tonki from where I am, or does she start doing tree?
I think we've said that
Same
she
size.
doesn't.
You are able
No
to
matter
touch
what.
Tonki.
But no longer hasted, sadly. I assume.
Does she lose haste?
I believe so. Let me
Okay.
just double check.
That'll be Cure Wounds at second level.
Oh, thank you.
No. It's until the spell ends. The spell doesn't end until you lose concentration or something of that
You go
nature.
down.
You are
still
dreaming.
hasted.
You are dreaming so fast.
Oh my god, that's
Hyper
amazing.
speed.
Bogo dreams.
Your life flashes before your eyes multiple times.
20, that's so many.
Well, that's so
things.
many.
Damn.
Be kind, rewind.
And then... How bad does Nora look?
Nora looks much better than she did. Nora, if one were to put a percentage on it, is that maybe like a 2/3 of
It's not a percentage.
66.66666.
2/3 of a percent. That's not very good at all.
I have a feeling Grim Gob might be.
Yes.
What you doing?
How bad does Grimlock look at the moment?
A little bit less than half.
Grim Gob, don't go to the light.
Good thing you have triage training. We just keep getting hurt.
10 points lost my hit point.
Oh, thank you.
As you flood this chamber with light, one hand held out towards Tonki, you slam into the stone, but immediately are flooded with this healing energy. Little bits of this radiant light kind of ebbing off and pulling away into Grimgob and healing him as well. Behind you, Emmy, the mirror cracks. There is just this kind of crack and shatter. Grimgob, up at the top of the stairs, kind of looking down at the mirror for just a moment. It is as if there is a shape, but when the mirror breaks, it is just reflections of the stairs and floor. That is your turn, Emmy.
That's...
Any movement?
No, I'm gonna hang here because this feels like a really important spot.
Okay, you stand here, recognizing that you are able to supervise all of the children. That brings us to Grimgob.
I will use Firebolt on the goblin.
Okay.
My attempts of diplomacy have failed once again. 23 to hit.
23 is going to hit.
That will be 13 fire damage.
13 points of fire damage. You strike this individual. It deals the full amount that you would expect. They are looking pretty hurt as you strike them with this. The fire just kind of rolls across them, even through the silt and the moisture that seems to cling to them like armor. They are looking hurt. Their skin begins to kind of burn.
Where are you exactly? Are you standing here or here? There? Okay.
No fireball, please.
It's the
Sorry, I'll
perfect
resist it.
move.
Take us all out.
Is there anywhere? So I'm up here, right?
Yep.
And I look around for a place to hide because I plan to bonus action goblin hide.
Up on the third floor landing?
This is where we came from again, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's technically the third floor landing. Of the
Yeah. So I look around for a place to hide.
So you look around here, you can see there's just broken bits of the skylight kind of scattered across the space. They reflect you as you kind of move. It's probably a difficult place to hide. There's mud that runs through the windows on the northern and western walls. You might be able to hide behind these kind of sloughs of mud.
I hide behind a slough of mud.
There is also a door on the eastern wall.
I do not want to go beyond the door.
Okay. You go to hide behind the mud. Make a stealth check.
Don't you dare.
What?
Stealth check
Would
14.
14. So with the 14, you are now standing hidden up on the exact same floor plan, but just above where Ralph is currently,
Okay.
northwest.
Very good.
So that is your turn, Grimgob. You go, you hide successfully. Your passive is 11, you said?
My passive is 11.
Okay, you hide in this quiet space where nothing is going on. And that brings us to Nora.
Sorry, we're just joking about Tyr being in the closet.
No
That's
problem.
fine. As one does with your religion. Nora, realizing that she is right across from her sister, thinks that maybe this is indeed a good time to recall the lessons of one's past. And a little bell rings for Toll the Dead.
Very nice.
I don't think he would hide in the closet. I think he would go both ways.
And this is for the little guy?
This is
Perfectly
for the gobble.
balanced.
2.
He's done.
We also made this
Nice! But hey, you know, every little bit counts. 8!
Of what kind of damage?
Necrotic damage.
8 points of necrotic damage does the full amount that you
Those
would
are 2
expect.
D12s there.
As that bell rings, you can see he clutches his ears, the spear kind of held in one arm, as he just goes, ah! And like blood just kind of begins to trickle down. He's badly hurt. Anything else, Nora? You scream back in his face. That brings us to Taki.
Okay.
This light fills you, and as you open your eyes, you have to blink the radiant sparks away. But you look at the feet of this giant who now brings this club back, taking one step as if to charge into battle.
Do not. I stand up
Okay.
really quickly on account of how I am still hasted.
You do the cool thing where you pull your feet
Yeah.
back and just jump straight back up.
And I'm gonna attempt to grapple him.
Absolutely. You jump to your feet. He kind of stops mid-swing and goes, what? And then you just grapple him again.
30, 20.
Jeez, he can't roll well. He's very strong, but that is a 10. And so he just tries to, he doesn't even get a chance to try. You just grab him, pulling his arms down to the side. He is confused. In Giant, he is just going, how can this be? And he's like trying to pull you off again. Taki?
As a free action, she's like, me not want to do this. But then she is going to punch him.
Okay, as a free action, as you hit him, he says, me understand.
So horrible.
And the rest of us no idea what's going on.
12 to hit.
With a 12, that is a miss.
All right. And then so for my extra action, one more try. That's better. That's a 29 to hit.
29 does hit. That first hit, as he says, me understand, that kind of causes you to pull back your first punch, but then you steal your resolve and you just sock him right in the stomach.
Yeah. So that's gonna be 13 points of bludgeoning. That includes the extra for giant smite.
Very nice. You hit him, and you feel like a rib just kind of pop. The wind is driven out of his lungs. He almost sinks down to one knee, but then he rises again, urgently, kind of seeing his goblin ally attacked. Anything else, Tonki?
She's like, "Me sorry."
That brings us to Ralph.
Absolutely ignorant to the drama happening on the side. Ralph is going to. The goblin looks pretty hurt at this point.
Mhm.
Okay. I think she will also toll thine dead.
Okay. Seeing the spell almost just rattle this individual, their ears covered by their hands, you cast the same spell. Wisdom saving throw?
Yes, please.
Okay, that's pretty good, but they're not wise. 17?
That does work.
Okay.
So
Their hands already covering their ears, the spell from Nora still ringing. They are prepared for this spell.
dang. For my bonus actione. I already have that going on. Grimgob is gone. So, I will steal my resolve as like bonus action. Because nothing else I can really.
There you go. It's really a free action to steal your resolve, but you use your bonus action instead. You upcast it.
Yeah.
That is your turn. That brings us to Arathunk. So you say, "I'm sorry," and they look at you and they just go, "Me too." He just uppercuts you with this great club. That is going to be a 20 to hit.
So horrible.
He slams you with this great club. Ooh, that is 14. That is 20. That is 25 points of bludgeoning damage.
Down goes Tonky.
And so, just hits you right in the chin. You fly up and over. He is then going to use his movement and purposefully steps over Taki's corpse. Does not just stomp across, as would be sort of probably pretty easy to do. Seeing the light kind of flood from Emmy again and again with his second attack, he just says in giant, so you probably don't really understand. He just goes, "Stop!" and just smashes you with this great club. That is a 19 to hit. All right. That is 6. That is 10. That is 15. That is 20 points of bludgeoning damage. Smashes down with this great club. The whole floor rattles. For you, Grimgob, up above, you kind of pop up an inch on the ground. You hear now, Grimgob, from the other side of the door on this floor, "I think we should get more people." That is your turn. Sorry, that is Arathunk's turn. Movement action. They don't have a bonus action. That brings us to the top of the round to Tuscanti. They are not feeling great. That is more damage very quickly than I had kind of planned on. So
Yeah, we feel that for ourselves as well.
they grip the spear tightly in their hands. They look all around them, surrounded, and they shout in Goblin, "Get away from me!" And they slam the spear down, casting Thunder Wave at 3rd level.
Oh no!
Woof.
This just radiates out, and I believe that is going to be Ralph, Arathunk, Emmy, and where's Grimcock?
He's upstairs.
Upstairs
Oh, yeah,
hiding.
upstairs.
See?
So it's actually going to be everybody but Tonk.
Thunderwave?
It is Thunderwave.
I don't think Thunderwave is an emanation. I think it's just
Oh, it's 15-foot cube. That's right. That's right. That's right.
Like,
You
and he's at like
choose.
one of the outside of the cubes.
That's true. So he's
Yeah.
going to be getting
Who does to
Nora
get to
and
this?
Emmy.
That tracks.
Constitution saving throws from Nora and Emmy, please.
Luck to you. Why'd I say that?
15?
15 is, give me 1 second here. That is a success. 1 is not a success.
Why'd you give your luck over
1
to
is
Abby?
not a success at all. So,
Hey, I'd rather
as
you
this
have it.
wave of thunder rolls
a good
over
point.
you, that is 7, that is 14, That is 18 points of thunder damage, and you are pushed 10 feet away.
Is that halves for me, or is it?
I believe it is a. I believe it is a save or suck.
Holy
Successful save,
raise.
the creature takes half damage.
Wonderful.
Sorry. And so Nora,
Nora's also blown away.
are you out? Are you?
I'm still up.
You're still up, but blown 10 feet back.
I hear nothing. For flavor.
As you get blown back, Arathunk, with this great club, is going to just poke you with it as you part. And that is going to be a 27 to hit.
Silver barbs.
Silvery barbs. That I think is still going to hit. That is going to be a 19 to hit.
Yes, it does.
Nora, you take an additional 20 points of bludgeoning damage. Very consistent.
Goodbye.
As you
Now
just
you
kind
knock
of
me over.
are like yanked away by this arcane force, just slammed by this creature on the way by. You all watch as Nora's body just pinwheels through the air, end over end, probably like 2 or 3 times before slamming with a sickening thud into the stone.
For flavor or enough to knock off a death save?
No, for flavor.
God.
So that is the
I like
action that gives him a little bit of room to move. As a bonus action, he's going to goblin disengage.
Curse you and your goblin ways.
He's not getting very far in those stubby little legs. But you can see he just kind of like stomps on Nora's body as he goes by, not dealing any damage, just kind of as the same way that you saw Arathunk purposefully step over Tonki, he goes out of his way to just step on Nora, just kind of squishing, but he doesn't weigh very much. That is his turn. That brings us to Emmy.
Wise.
Not as good, but 15.
Still pretty good.
And that's what I got.
With this swirl of people
haven't
just
pushed far away.
swinging this huge base around, you go to reach back for Nora, and in that moment, they're just struck by this great club and just propelled out of your reach. There's just this kind of healing twinkle of light in the air that was Nora. But at the very least, Tonki, for better or worse, you are brought back to life yet again.
Hug your body.
And that brings us to Grimgob.
All right, Grim.
You said I heard voices behind the door.
You did.
Does it look like the door opens inwards or outwards? And does it look like there's anything big in the room that I can use to barricade the door?
It looks like the door opens in, so like away from you. You wouldn't be able to block it from your side unless you fully block the door.
Okay. Let's see. How does the structural integrity around the area around the door look?
Not great. Most of the structure is pretty badly damaged.
Okay. Does it look like if I were to cast Magnify Gravity and like break it, would it block off that area or just kind of like open it up?
Probably open it up.
Okay.
The wood is like it's soft.
Okay, but there's not enough stuff above to like
Correct.
block the area. Okay, then I won't do that. Alright, I am going to go out of hiding and go back over and peek down the stairs and see what's going on. And I see this cluster.
You see Nora's body just slide face first across the stone.
And then I am going to use my Hellfire Rings to cast Scorching Ray.
Okay.
I don't wanna.
That's a dex save?
It's 3 attack rolls.
3 attack rolls. Okay, I can never remember.
Cold? 9?
It's 3 attack rolls, but I think it has to be in like a...
No, it's you create 3 rays of fire and hurl them at targets within range.
there you
So
go.
make a ranged spell attack for each ray. So do I have to make them one at a time, or do I have to make them all at once?
I think you have to declare where they're going to go because, you can't redirect them mid-flight.
Okay, so it's not like pew pew pew. It's like
Correct. It's one spell.
it's like pew.
Sure. However you want to cast it. Yeah. So you're
I
about to
imagine I'm
cast,
just banging
you're
the
about to
bangles
cast
together.
Firebolt, and you're like, wait.
I'm imagining I'm just banging the bangles
Yeah.
against each other,
Absolutely.
and that's just gonna throw 3 rays, all 3 against the goblin.
Okay, so you just get to the top of the stairs, and you just pull this back almost like you're about to clap, and then just slam these bracers together, almost like a toddler clapping very, very widely. But there is just these very intense bursts of fire that streak down and away.
All right. Let's see. A 9, a 26.
9 is a miss.
Oh,
26
why did I
is
roll
a
that
hit.
twice? Last one is another 26.
So 2 hits, 1 miss.
All right, each hit is just 2d6. So,
Very solid.
ooh, that's pretty good. I don't burn myself, luckily,
Oh, nice.
because only you can prevent forest fires. 15 fire damage.
15 points of fire damage is pretty good. And in fact, as you slam these together and these 3 bolts of fire go down, the first one, he pulls up this wave of silt that almost dispels the very first bolt. But that alone just sublimates a huge burst of steam. And then you are able to get the other 2 home. And the second one just strikes him dead in the chest. And this fire burns through the armor that they wear, through their little goblin chest. And you can see just a smoldering cavity left behind. For just a moment, they look down. They still kind of pull the spear up. They're about to strike Nora, but then they fall to their knees. And in
Sorry.
a 20 feet sphere around them, bits of rain begin to fall.
Ooh.
You can hear the sound
Ooh.
of whispers and sounds. And I would say
Ooh.
for you, Emmy, and for you, Nora,
I'm dead.
even within your unconscious state, you hear this voice say, "Take hold." But they are dead. And that is only Arathunk left on the battlefield. He looks down at his fallen ally and he calls out, "No!" in goblin. Sorry, in giant. But that is
You can email that, Nicole.
Grim Goblin. Anything else?
You never know. 3 languages in this conversation.
Let's see.
Even Tonky is trilingual.
We're all polyglots
Yeah.
here.
I'm imagining a door is gonna open soon, so I'm gonna bonus action goblin hide.
Okay, make
Again.
a stealth check.
Wait,
You ruined it. You've fallen.
8.
With an 8, you go to hide, and there is a big thump as there is this like kind of collapse of mud. And as that happens, the mud on your floor kind of slides down, and you are just kind of standing out in the open.
All right.
You kind of build up a little mound of mud and kind of try to hide behind it, but it's not much.
Nora's unconscious, but she sees you.
Okay, and then I'm just. All right. Do I know I didn't hide very well?
Yeah, oh, for sure.
Okay, then I'm gonna walk to the stairway, so that it's just like my head peeking out.
Okay,
And
2 little goblin ears, 2
so I
big
can-
goblin eyes.
I got my eyes on the door.
Okay, you have your eyes on the door. That is your turn, Grimgob. That brings us to Nora.
17.
That is a success. For you, Nora, in the darkness, you get just a little bit closer to coming back home. But that brings us to Tonki.
All right. Tonki, any feelings, any like sorriness she felt for him disappeared when he clocked Nora. Clocked you, right? At some point? Yeah. So she stands up again, like, and she's like, "Oh, me feel amazing."
So amazing, I'm knocking doors down. Fuck you, door.
Fuck you, door. You in particular.
And yeah, she's gonna hit him.
Okay, make your attack roll.
Makes the house out of stone, not sticks.
She says, "You can't hurt me, friends," and that's a 20.
That is-
Sorry. 18.
That's a hit. He's looking kind of hurt. You can see, like, breathing pretty hard, definitely distressed.
Look, that's good numbies. 17.
17 points
points
of
of
bludgeoning damage.
Including the giant's might.
You slam this giant, and he is almost rocked, kind of going forwards on his toes. For you, Ralph, he almost just slams into you from the force of that blow, but just barely keeps his feet.
Hit him again.
All right.
Ooh, 13.
13 is a meets it, beats
And
it.
actually, I keep looking at the grapple number, not the hitting number. It's a 10.
That is a miss.
Yeah. Okay.
And so you swing, and you were almost able to strike him, but just slide in bits of the debris.
Are you attacking him?
Yes.
Are you attacking with advantage?
You definitely have flanking.
Ah, look at that.
There you go.
It's worse.
Okay.
Oh man.
All right, and then for the extra action, let's hit him again. That's gonna be a 21.
That is a hit.
Okay. What do I do? 7 points of bludgeoning.
And Tonky,
Yeah.
tell us how it happens.
Okay. With tears streaming down her face, she's like, "Me, always protect me friends first!" And she gets him with a giant uppercut, just like he had done to her.
You just hit him straight in the chin. There is this, as he just goes backwards in almost slow motion, and he slams just into you, Ralph. Ralph, you are like driven down into the floor, but you are all, for the moment, out of initiative.
As his body is falling, Emmy's already turned and running to Nora.
Okay, so you turn, you run over to where Nora is.
Your angry tiefling.
I'm
noise
gonna.
is-
Well, actually,
For
Those
you,
curses are holy.
Grimgob, up at the top of this space, you hear and see the door. Or no, you're not at the top anymore. You went down.
No, I am.
Oh, you're right. You're peeking right over the top of the stairs.
Yeah.
So from where you are, you see the door kind of crack open. And on the other side, you see 4 goblins all wearing like armor. None of them carrying these spears that you have seen. They all just kind of carry these little scimitars. One of them holds a torch. But as they kind of like open this up, downstairs below you, Arathunk into the ground. Yeah.
All right. I see them open the door.
Yep.
I am going to, like duck out of view.
Okay.
And after a second, I want to cast Minor Illusion
Okay.
to throw a voice from down from where we are. And it says the voice can be someone else's. I'm going to have it be this goblin's. I want
Okay.
to make it sound like him. And let's see. And I want it to say in Goblin, everything's fine. We took care of it. Get back to your posts.
Make
Upwards.
I keep wanting to say persuasion. It's not. This is a deception check.
Let's see. Well, lucky for you,
And,
Joe.
and make this at advantage.
Lucky for you, Joe. I'm not good at these. Advantage. Ooh. All right. A 15 on the die, which makes it a 15.
Glad I didn't see that, so I couldn't use my portent because that would have also been a 50.
All of a sudden, as the combat dies down, Emmy, you run over to Nora, you kneel down, and then suddenly, despite the fact that you kneel between the corpse of this individual and Nora, you hear this individual's voice once more from behind you, as very convincingly, Grimgob, you mimic this voice, and you tell them everything is fine, go back to their posts. And from up above, you can hear them just go, are you sure?
Yes.
All right, Meta, Maggot, they don't need us. And they hear the door just shut. And for the moment,
nicely done.
you have bought yourself a little bit of time. But right here in this space, there is just up the stairs, a number of goblins, just a door away. And while this has bought you some time, unclear how much that is going to be, right next to Tonky on the sort of eastern-facing wall, there is a doorway that you imagine leads into this manor proper. And then on the ground, kind of blocking the way, there is a massive piece of ironwood just laid across what is a presumably further staircase down into this mansion. What are you all doing? You know that there is a pressure on your time.
Tonky coughs up a little blood.
Ralph wiggles from out underneath.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Tonky uses second wind.
Nora like looks up and sees like everyone kind of like struggling. It's like we should probably run.
Ralph will look around at everyone and just be like, we can rally. Wait, should have cast mass healing word, which is
Nice.
gonna suck. I'm just gonna put it out there because it's a single D4.
Hey, you know what?
Okay.
Maybe it's 4 points for everybody.
It's max
There you go.
healing for 8
10 minutes.
healing
I
everybody.
can do
Oh.
a big boost for us, but
I'm at full.
Everybody.
You
heal
would
them.
imagine that 10 minutes might be a very long time here.
Hey guys,
Um,
we don't have a lot of time. There's goblins upstairs, and I only bought it for a little bit of time. Which way are we going?
Not upstairs.
I vote arrow down. Clearly, they need the big guy to move it. Tonky, can you lift this?
Yeah, I'll help.
We can.
So you,
I agents destiny and make it half as heavy on the thing.
Tonky,
Wait,
make an
has
athletics
haste
check.
ended?
Haste is not ended.
Okay.
Oh, so you lifted quick.
That means I'm still big then.
Correct.
Too? Okay. Sorry. Yes, me can lift it. What did you say?
So go ahead and make an athletics check.
Fantastic. On those. Oh, 15.
You go to lift this door and you struggle. This massive piece of wood is so much heavier than it should be, especially with Grimgob helping. You kind of assume this will be easy. Even with Grimgob making it about half as heavy, this weighs close to 400 pounds. And so you have to just get this up, but just barely. You get this up onto your knee and then up and onto your shoulder, and you reveal this space beyond. There is, in fact, a staircase. However, you can only see about 3 steps. Mud has settled into the staircase from a breach in the wall, but you can see there is just faint bits of light through some of the rocks and silt. The mud is maybe a foot or 2 thick down here. It may be possible to clear the way with some effort, but it's unclear how truly open the first floor, especially at the bottom of the staircase, might be.
Can I look around and see, is there any way to like keep the door open, or does it have to be just on me?
You could just like throw it to the side.
Oh, like maybe could she like, instead of going like this, can she like go like this and lean against this wall?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
It's a little bit of effort, but slowly you kind of tilt it over until you can just lean it up against this broken mirror. The shards of glass kind of slide down onto the ground, breaking more.
Is the ground like I go and investigate the ground. Is it like solid or is it like muddy? Like if
It's mud. You imagine...
Because I want to try start using molding earth to move it, but I'm trying to figure out if it would just shoot back.
It'll probably start to kind of like digging through wet sand. It'll kind of back together. So you can certainly try to do that. You would need to do something to kind of maintain the earth in some other manner in order to keep it that way.
Cool. Go ahead.
Do we get the sense that because so many of the silt knives can move freely through mud, that this wouldn't be like an issue for them?
You can choose to believe what you want, but you did just see one of them become mud and then move across the room.
Yeah.
You've also seen them manipulate mud as shields and armor.
Mm-hmm.
It seems to be kind of like an advantageous terrain for them.
Pat down silt knife.
Make an investigation check.
Does the
I
giant
guidance myself.
have any pockets?
Yeah.
The giant does have pockets, though, like almost kind of like they maybe asked for them because they saw other people using them. They're really not like there's big holes in them and stuff. You can make an investigation check, but you don't get the sense that they have much on them.
24.
24. With the 24, you kind of pat through this individual's belongings. You do find a potion of healing on their person that was unbroken. Outside of that, you look for like keys or things that might be useful in moving about the space, and you don't find any. And that tells you that there's probably not a lot of locked doors.
Probably a lot of silt doors. Uh,
I got 4.
With the 4, you look at this individual and you just get sad. This was a friend that you could have potentially made. You felt a connection, and here they lie dead. And you just can't really bring yourself to look too closely.
If Grimrock's gonna clear the mud, Rock would help by just.
Are you clearing the mud?
I'm gonna start using mold earth to excavate a path. So that's about a 5-foot cube every 6 seconds. And in between that, I'm gonna press the digitate and chill the surrounding walls to slow the if it looks like it helps slow the
would frostbite work as well?
Frostbite would be more helpful than prestidigitate for sure.
Well, frostbite.
Okay.
Well,
Oh,
there's
excellent.
frostbite.
I can move the dirt, but it's gonna slowly cause you, so we can either move to it quick or find some way to.
Cold ice. Go.
So you clear a cube of this mud, and as it begins to, Nora just kind of frosts it over, and it stiffens. It kind of leans in, and what you make is not like a perfect 5-foot kind of path. It is a narrow tunnel that, like, you look over at Tonki and you're like, I need to make it bigger, and then Tonki at the end of the minute gonna get smaller, and Tonki will fit now too. You can all make your way through, but as the ice kind of begins to melt, you'll want to do so quickly.
Okay. Do we want to close the door behind us and maybe hide the bodies behind it?
I think it's just, well, I don't know.
If we can close the door, that might be good, but the bodies, I think, will take too much time. Ralph's gonna cast light on her shield.
Okay.
And then try to see, because it's dark down here?
It is very dark down here.
Yeah.
We should
I think
at
we'll-
least cover Giant back with Giant's tarp, right? And she whoosh, puts the
You
tarp.
Moving
pull
by
the
shouldn't
tarp
take that
over
much
the
time.
body.
I think it'll buy us more time than if they find dead bodies.
Ralph's gonna look at the size of
The giant.
troll.
Where will we put him?
This passageway already thawing.
We should get going. We
Okay.
don't have time.
Yeah.
All right. Are we closing the door behind us?
I'll close the door behind us.
Okay. All right.
So Tonki, make an athletics check. You're small now.
Guidance.
You all make your way down with Tonki kind of at the very top.
No one's ever called Tonki small before.
As you all make your way down the bottom here, this landing, same kind of floor plan as this, but there are little kind of shapes in the dark. For those of you with dark vision, you see that these are bodies. A number of goblin bodies that are kind of broken and disfigured, covered in little bits of clothing, some of them kind of covered in bits of paint. Mud has settled at the bottom of the staircase, kind of coating many of them, but they seem to have, in many cases, kind of collapsed on top of this. But from this sort of landing, you can see the doorway of this space has long since rotted away, and it opens into a long hall with a number of forks in it and ceilings that actually tower 25 feet above the floors here. You can see a long blue carpet navy runner that just runs down the center of the space. For you, Tonki, what did you roll?
17.
With a 17, this is heavy, and you have to pull and twist, and just barely you make it over this kind of space, and you slam it down, kind of pinching your fingers as you do so, but you are able to then just kind of slither down and kind of pull this away. But as Tonki makes their way through, the mud just begins to kind of slide down, and with the door there and the mud now pressing on top of it, even more difficult to lift from below. This is probably, even with adjusting density, going to be a big Tonki job and a difficult one for big Tonki. You may need to find a different way out.
Nora wants to investigate the disturbing and distressing amount of recent corpses that are here.
Sure.
Are they recent corpses?
Well, I'm gonna investigate.
Well, they're new to us.
Yeah.
You go over to these corpses. You kind of look down at them.
Corpses.
You're looking for what? For belongings? For
Why here? How recent?
make a medicine
What
check.
look like?
Yeah, she does that. I look for belongings.
Make an investigation.
I will,
Burial rites.
with my shield, I will kind of light up what Laura's looking at so she can see a little better.
Okay.
12. I will at least be able to tell if they are still dead.
With a 12, you look at these and you are seeing through the bits of armor, tattered much as it is. There are like little broken bones kind of sticking out. And you have no idea really why they might have been here, but they're dead.
22, same question.
Medicine?
Yep.
In the light that is cast by Ralph's shield, you can see in the mud down here drag marks. Some of them come from up above where you are, but most coming from further within the first floor. And then you see little goblin footsteps leading away. These individuals were wounded and brought here and then left. It strikes you, looking at this space and with the light kind of coming over top here, these seem to almost be like... At first you think that they're like a warning, but they're not. These individuals were not carried here. They dragged themselves. Why? Hard to say. They've been here and kind of decomposed in the damp environment to the point that they're kind of just like almost damp, mummified skin clinging to bone.
So they've been dead a while.
Heart here, because of the like constant moisture and the humidity, it could just be a couple of weeks. Decomposition happens pretty rapidly. Yeah, more than a couple of days.
Any indication of how they died? Like slash marks?
Not a
weapons,
single slash mark. The broken bones, you can tell, might have been from one or two of them falling from over top when there wasn't a cave-in and maybe just kind of leaping the space. But most of them, the flesh seems, even before they died, to have almost shrunken in. There's something like they just rapidly starved almost.
Is there something that the Dirtman could do?
There's something necrotic to these corpses.
22 goblin rites.
With the 22 in Goblin Rites, you recognize that Goblin Rites have been performed on these corpses before because there is no belongings of value or fun. There's no little trinkets. Somebody has already been here.
Looking down the hallway, so it was like just a blue runner with like forking paths.
With your light on, you look out this long hallway. There are, let me pull up my map here. You can see it goes to the left, it goes to the right, it goes straight ahead. And straight ahead, you can see that there is a large sort of plaque over what looks like it's a huge 10-foot wide door. It's made of a very odd looking metal, almost kind of pale blue in this light. And you can see this is what this kind of navy runner just runs over to. The door itself is carved to look like a trio of kind of abstract humanoid violinists, and you can see what looks like a sort of circle rising behind them. Down the hall to the left, the runner transitions in an ombre from navy to orange, and then to the right, that navy runner continues just around the corner. There are 3 paths that you could really take from here.
Okay. So you said there was a plaque. Is there anything written upon it, or is it just the imagery?
Do you speak Elvish?
I once did in a previous life. In this current one,
You know who probably does. Dooley.
Dooley definitely does. I don't think I can go over.
He also has the spells that let you read more things.
Yeah, I don't think.
As you kind of squint at this, Thule just sort of walks up from behind and just goes, "Library."
Oh, thanks. Don't stop.
Ritually.
Okay. Library. Do you think the book's in here?
I mean, what
Yeah, what else would you find in a library?
Unless there's an archive or a vault or
It's that important. Why keep it with the rest of the books?
Hide in plain sight, maybe?
Possible.
Also,
I proceed into the library.
I was about to say, is this door locked?
Library?
Or is it just
Walk
kind of...
forwards to this door, and as you step within 10 feet of it, there is this
You're welcome.
gentle playing of notes that emanate out from these doors, like 3 instruments just ghostly play, these soft, almost horns that drift through the space, and these doors open inwards. You see floor-to-ceiling bookshelves. They disappear into the darkness on either side, many of these books kind of sinking down into the standing water and mud that kind of sloshes out from the front. It runs out probably onto your feet, up to your shins, Grimgob, as it stands maybe like a foot deep and then gets a little bit deeper, just pure mud in this floor space. Maybe 10 feet in, you can see like there are puddles in the mud that kind of begin. You see the gray earth is pressed against the lower portions of the western wall, swallowing shelves almost up to the top there. And on the western wall as well, you can see kind of on either side of where you have opened the door, roots have kind of broken through in the corners. Many of these books are in pretty bad shape. And then on the sort of in the distance, you can see there are 4 reading tables. As you have kind of entered and the music reaches this recess, 4 pale blue candles, just light, hovering above these reading tables. The tables themselves just barely emerge from the mud. Some mud kind of like goes across some of them where the wood itself is sunken down. You can't imagine that many of these books are in readable shape, and there is dust that drifts through the air here like snow. I would say, given the condition of this room and where you stand now, Grimgob, just barely you can make out on the far wall, on the eastern wall, there is a doorway. Yes.
2 questions.
Yes.
Question 1.
Yes.
Music's playing as the door opens. This is Bard's house. Was that bad? Trap bad?
Make an Arcana check.
I also like to make the same Arcana check.
Sure.
And do I get my thing?
Make it.
No, not me. I was just.
Yeah.
This is like the
13?
spell.
Do I get my thing?
You do not.
Okay. Natural 1. I'm just like, fuck yeah, books.
It's just a nice vibe for this room. And you imagine with the proper lighting, that would be much less ominous than it is right now.
Okay, so nice vibes. So that's what I get with a 17. That's not his natural 1, right?
With a 17,
Okay.
Yeah.
that comes out, and while it's not the spell alarm, you get the sense that elsewhere within this manor, if everything is working as it should be, those same notes also play. And you imagine there are other doors that play other notes so that people know where people are moving throughout the first couple of floors of this house.
Oh, I read about this. It's like some older wooden castles have floors that squeak so that you can locate people as they're coming through.
For those of you who have stayed within the stairwell, you hear now, up above you, a commotion.
They know where we are.
Oh, I don't have much time that I got to see if there's at least anything here salvageable.
Second question.
Yes.
Do we know that standing water is bad and the dangers of standing water?
You are allowed to know. I mean, I would say that's a very big question.
Okay.
Are we talking about this from an epidemiology standpoint? Are we talking about it from like a structural integrity standpoint?
Yes.
I would say probably Nora does not know any of that.
Damn.
Where's the standing water again?
They're directly in front of you.
Like, so it's just mud, and the mud almost forms like, if you think about like a mashed potato volcano, this whole room is like that with mud forming the outside, and the center, kind of underneath where the tables are, is like just little bits of water rising up. It's maybe like an inch or 2 of standing water, but that tells you that's like probably quicksand, basically.
There's so much gravy everywhere.
Yeah, a lot of gravy.
You said I think it's quicksand?
It seems to have similar properties to that, yes.
Okay.
Not true quicksand, but close enough.
If I try to use mold earth, does it seem like I can make it solid enough to? I should probably just read the spell. But
You can cast mold earth. It almost immediately, like wettened kinetic sand, just straight back. You immediately straight back. Even the trick that you use to get through the other mud probably won't work here.
Wait. There's something definitely wrong about this room. But we're also look at the
Yeah, all the books are ruined.
the runners again. The heraldry that we've seen so far for this place hasn't even had specific colors.
No, although this is the first place. Make an insight check.
How smart is Ralph? How wise is Ralph? Ooh. Good roll, good roll, good roll. Insight.
How far is it from this side to the other side of quicksand depth?
The whole space of this room is probably about 80 feet long.
So it's 80 feet of quicksand depth?
Probably about like 60 feet of quicksand depth, maybe 5 feet that's safe on either side.
Gotcha, thank you.
With a 24, it suddenly strikes you that for the first time you are seeing carpets. On the walls, there is the actual fixtures, though none of the flames currently burn. This whole room loaded with books. This floor, save these bodies, have not really been looted.
Yeah.
This is a place that the goblins either don't go or can't go.
Wait, you said the goblins haven't been looted?
The goblins have been looted. That's the only thing in this
have
floor
been
that
looted,
seemed
okay.
to have been looted. Everything else seems relatively intact.
Ralph's gonna be like, even the goblins don't come down here to perform rites.
No, they have. The goblins have been looted.
Beyond that, the rest of the rooms.
Oh, it's probably because of the ghosts they think that are down here.
Why would someone make their carpet different?
Can you describe the carpets again, and would that be some type of check?
In this hall, you can see that there is one carpet that is different than the others. There's 3 different ways that you can progress from this hall, aside from entering on the stairs. The stairs are on the western wall. To the north, the carpet turns in an ombre orange and then goes around the corner. Straight ahead, it remains kind of navy, and then around to the south and around the corner, it remains navy as well.
And which way is the library?
The library is straight ahead, so that navy runner goes straight to the door.
Okay.
And this color change is like designed. It's
Dyed, yes. Probably very expensive.
Okay.
Oh,
Not like
maybe.
accident of nature.
No, certainly not.
Oh, maybe it's like. Well, sounds like there's a place where they hold a lot of guests. So maybe it's like guests come, they tell them to follow that carpet to get to whatever. I don't know.
Why would they be coming from higher up in the castle?
I mean, they could be coming from that way to here. It's not
For
necessarily.
what it's worth also, though you have gone down several floors, you are technically now standing on the first floor.
It's.
Yeah, we're not taking the normal route through the mansion.
I don't think this mansion has a normal route.
Also, what killed these goblins? Something did. And that room is spooky. Alright.
I think it's kind of cool. I'm gonna mage hand and try to see if I can find a book. I'm not gonna step on the ground, but I want to try to find anything that's salvageable for book.
I would say it's pretty easy to go and just grab a sort of tome from the shelf.
Mm-hmm.
You pull it away, and as you do, the cover comes, but the pages just kind of fall out. Most of them, there's like no writing on them. You can see the very bottoms of the pages kind of blackened. The ink is run. And so most of these are vaguely intact, like sheafs of wet paper, and not much else.
Does it look like there are any books that are intact?
Make a perception check.
Like magically intact?
Got you.
Okay. Let's see. Terrible. 7.
In the darkness, not a single one. And there's probably nothing magic in this entire building.
Okay. I go back to the group.
Well, he's like started to just kind of pick through the tomes. Nora like, well, what is down that way? And kind of like takes a couple steps in the direction of the orange carpet, and is kind of like staring at it with eyes for the arcane to see.
What's your dark vision?
What?
What's your dark vision?
Dark vision is 60.
60. So when you turn, the wall comes into view, where you can see now the kind of far wall that forms this corner. And there is a plaque sort of on that as well, in Elvish.
Tuli.
Tuli walks up and just swallows the bite of apple that he's taking, covered in toffee, and just goes, composition room.
Oh, a writing room, or well,
Ooh.
music writing.
Probably music. If it's a bard.
Still writing.
I'm not Tuli.
Wait, Tuli, what's down south?
Tuli turns around and points and says, parlor.
There's no way that Well,
There's no way that what?
Everybody
no.
make a perception check.
I was just thinking that. Oh my god, there it is. I was just thinking that there's no way that a goblin would put something like the Pages of Mist or whatever that book's called in the parlor, but also they would have to read Elvish, and maybe they don't read Elvish. Only one of us reads Elvish, and I got a natural 20 for my perception check.
Okay.
Ooh, heard it on her.
16.
Okay.
Oh, 8.
8.
With the exception of Grimgob and Tonki, who are otherwise preoccupied, as you are speaking
Sad.
about this, for a moment you think that you hear kind of an escalation in the commotion happening above. And you do. With your natural 20, you can now hear there's a group of goblins up above, kind of slowly making their way closer and closer to the landing. You guys have covered your tracks fairly well, unsure of whether they'll kind of find it or not, but it seems as if the opening of that door certainly clued them into something being wrong.
Tonki, Grimgob, what does Wachaka mean?
But more than that,
Opening of which door?
everybody but Grimgob and Tonki, you hear that there are voices on this floor. You say, shh, and then you can hear in all of the nooks and crannies of this hall, shh, shh, shh.
Oh, that's great.
What is?
Are there ghosts in libraries normally?
Oh, I think it might be a trick of the hallways.
Do I know if there? Do I know if there are ghosts in libraries normally?
There's never been a ghost. You've been in a fair amount of libraries, and there's never been a ghost that you've seen.
Not any of the libraries I've been
Was
in.
it my voice that was like repeated, or did it sound? Cause I got another 20. It was not my voice.
Nora, over the course of your life,
No.
you have not always felt as if perhaps you've lived up to expectations,
No.
you know? And so as you kind of listen, your brother's voice? You kind of turn, and though Ralph stands right in front of you,
Building's a library.
you can almost hear maybe Ralph murmuring around the corner. There are sounds in this space. And then, Nora, for you in particular, below all of it, almost reverberating like bass through the floors, you hear, come deeper.
From everything we've been told, Turtle is in a basement,
I think it's deep. I don't think that the goblins would have
and
placed it there.
Well, I don't think a parlor. Sorry.
I would assume that the layout of this house has changed dramatically. She kind of gestures to the front.
I don't think a parlor would lead deeper.
Maybe not originally, but it might now.
I think we
You see just a drop of water fall from the ceiling, and Nora, you recognize that this water, as it hits the ground, kind of traces down the hallway to the north. And looking around now, the mud has kind of begun to fall off of the cobblestones into the grout areas and just run in that direction as well. And again, beneath everything, you hear that voice. Deeper.
She kind of breaks off a little bit and follows like the little droplet. Well, that's weird.
That's towards the composition room, right?
It is.
Ralph is gonna be like, Nora.
What?
No, I think she's right. I think we should go that way. Plus, maybe we'll find some nice music for Tulia to play.
Are books talking to you? You need to tell me right now if books are talking to you.
I think books are not talking. I suck
No, all
just
the-
talking.
Have I ever encountered a book that talked to me?
You have not, but certainly. Let me pull up my notes.
None of
here.
those are, but I do hope to find one day. Anyways.
You actually, I believe, have a friend who has a talking book. Give me just 1 second. I'm back with the
Wait,
Alliance
is it my
Academy
boy?
Arcane.
Does your boy have a talking
Let me call up my boy.
He's not your boy. So your
I see.
professor who teaches the classes on order and transmutation, Professor Toonsvolt has a book that they speak to, and that will typically record things that they say. They argue sometimes. Apparently, you don't hear the book, but he will argue about it sometimes as well.
No, but I have heard of one, and I do hope to find one day. They're very rare. Anyways, composition room.
Just like see Nora like kind of like crouched over, like Puff like in like a chokehold as she's like walking along and like flinching every so often.
I don't like this.
We can't stay and we can't go back, so.
Nora, you go forward.
I will follow Nora.
Alright.
Okay.
We're not leaving Nora to go to the composition room alone.
Tonki and Grimgob, you guys haven't heard anything, but you follow.
Tonki always just assumes that other people know more than she does.
Nora looks visibly disturbed.
As you get
Tonki, I keep
closer
getting stabbed. You walk in front of me.
to this corner,
Okay.
Nora and everybody else hears a single, almost impossibly low note. You feel it reverberate through the floor, vibrating through the stone beneath your feet. The sound fades. And then, Nora, as you step around this corner, you hear it again. But because it is 9 o'clock, we're going to step away for a quick break. And when we get back, I will tell you about the circular chamber that you see in front of you, perhaps 40 feet across, with a gaping hole in the center. Thank you for joining us. We
For
will
the
be back
acoustics.
at the end of that countdown. Alrighty. break. Thank you for sticking with us through the break. If you did, if not, we are playing D&D and you are a part of it now. This party has made their way around the corner, following this runner that runs along the center of these wooden floors, the boards themselves soft under your feet for the damp kind of mud that is coated into them. And as you rounded the corner, you heard and felt this impossibly low note just vibrate the stone beneath your feet. Nora, you had heard this voice say, "Deeper. Come deeper." And as you round the corner, you see a circular chamber, perhaps 40 feet across, the floor covered by several inches of perfectly still black water. But there is a ring of ancient stone pillars that surrounds what looks like a raised platform in the center. And on this raised platform, behind a desk that lays in ruin, there is a gaping hole. You can see the floor itself, the boards kind of sink into it, hang almost like wet cloth, so damp and deformed are they. You can see a rope ladder has been built to allow access down, but it's all currently bundled up at the very top of this hole. You can see everywhere there are ropes that have been stretched, kind of crossing this entrance, almost to sort of bar people from stumbling in. You can see each of these ropes covered in crude goblin charms, bones that hang from them. You see little wooden figures that dangle upside down. Hundreds of little strips of cloth have been tied around these ropes. And you see on these strips of cloth little crude drawings of eyes. You see little drowned figures. You see moons and stars. And then beneath these, everybody go ahead and make a perception check.
The dice give it.
12.
And then dice take
Okay.
it away.
16.
Okay.
3.
Okay.
10.
24.
Hole.
Ooh, at least someone can see.
Emmy, you
There's a hole.
see, and I would say, Tonki, you notice that there is metal that kind of rings, is built into the floor itself, is like a ring around where this sort of desk is, and as an extension, the hole. But you also see iron bands have been driven deep into the stone. There are chains kind of mostly gone now, but that link into these. And then a perfect, I would say, Emmy, you see there is a perfect circle around this tattered circle in the floor of silver nails that have been hammered into the wood itself. This seems not goblin in design, nor do the iron bands themselves. These seem older. And there is something arcane about these silvery sort of devices. Carved into the granite above the central platform on the ceiling, Emmy, you also, and I would say, Tonki, the two of you read Elvish.
I do not read.
Tuli's been our translator.
You see a number of arcane glyphs that Tuli kind of steps forwards and, swallowing his bite of apple, says, it says, "Do not wake the song."
Me think me already woke song. Not me, we.
Another note sounds from somewhere deep within this pit, and the water ripples. And Nora, Emmy, Tonki, you can hear this voice, soft, patient. Come below.
Nora's been kind of like meandering forward, following the voice, and I assume with a 3, none of this is apparent to her. She's just like, yeah, let's go down. And she starts heading towards, like, getting ready to climb
I
down.
think Emmy would like grab you by the foot.
Oh,
I think Ralph and Emmy at the same time, opposite shoulders.
we have to go
Before
down.
she even kind of gets to the
scary
platform,
here.
before she even crosses the water.
Pointing this out. like,
Sure.
Question: I'm a little bit confused. Is the hole full of water?
So
'Cause if
the room itself has a lot of kind of standing water. The room's like slightly recessed. You go into the room, and then there is a raised stone platform that rises out of the water. There was a desk on there. It looks almost like a little writing station, but most of that stone platform has been caved in, and water does not fill that hole. That hole is gaping and in the center, and it goes down. You can hear water running below, and so probably some of it kind of trickling in, but largely it is independent from the water itself that surrounds it.
Can I do some type of Arcana check on the arcane
Are
barrier?
the rest
or
of you
whatever?
pointing out the sort of things?
They did to Nora because she
Okay.
was just like wandering in, and Nora would also like to Pikachu.
The two of you make Arcana checks on the sort of things around the floor.
Do I get my thing for the symbology or no?
You get your thing. Remind me of the symbology for
For like divination and infernal magic.
what exactly are you looking at?
Specifically the arrangement of like the circles and the glyphs.
You do.
22 Arcana.
Okay.
General Arcana, I guess.
Better. 18.
Okay. For you, as you look at this stuff, you can see first, Grimgob, you are the only one that sees that there is a small clay eye that has been pressed into the wall, the very far side of the space. You kind of look at it, and looking directly at this wall, or this eye, slowly the clay, and you can see the eye turns. And it turns, and it looks at you. Fwang! Make a dexterity saving throw, please.
You noticed the trap.
10.
As this clay eye kind of locks in place and makes eye contact with you, for just a second you hesitate. You hear that thwang, and a dart just embeds itself in your neck. Grimgob,
How poison is
you take 2 points of poison damage, but you are poisoned for 1 minute.
Do I know why?
There is a dart in your neck.
No, as in like, why did it shoot a dart? Because I looked at it, or because it saw me?
Now that you look at this eye, you are looking at an arcane trigger for a mundane trap. This clay eye, or this is the eye of mud, seems to be a trigger for a dart that, looking around, you do not immediately see the launcher of. But you get the sense that as you break contact from the eye, you hear in the distance as it like turns back to the wall. Looking directly at that eye will trigger the trap.
Oh, hey guys, don't look at that eye. If you do, you get hit with this dart, and then I don't feel so good.
Yeah, you
noticed
kind
the
of
trap.
fall down to your knee a little bit, and that brings you level with the stone platform in the distance. And you see a glint of silver from this perfect circle of silver nails that surrounds the central platform. This is powerful magic. Whatever these nails are, there is something that is almost immutable about them. There is not any tarnish. These are just gleaming in the darkness. And so powerful magic is that. And then you see that this central platform, the reason that it is cracked as an almost perfect circle is because it was built with a circular depression in its center that has since crumbled away into this hole. You can see, kind of looking, standing back up totally tall, this hole drops down and down and down, but there is some kind of water beneath. That is what you notice. And I would say you get the sense that the water that you see in this kind of central depression, there's more to it. This is not real necessarily. You get the sense that this water can probably harm you, but it will likely disappear. And beneath that kind of central almost pool, there is probably a passage that goes deeper down.
So there's a 2 ways down, the gaping hole, or
It's-
the
it's-
passage down the middle with the dirty water?
It's same thing.
Oh,
The water fills that hole, but you get the sense that that is kind of like a false, almost like that there's a spell that is involved. That is part illusion and then part, with that check, I would say part conjuration.
I relay that.
The last thing that you see is these little kind of goblin ropes that have been dangled around with bones. There is magic inscribed into these bones. This is a much simpler magic and much more recently put up, and it is just the spell Alarm. Touching the little bone charm strings will make a audible rattling, but will also probably sound a magical alarm elsewhere in this mansion.
Is it possible to get past bone charm, or like
To get past
is it like completely surrounding it, or
you need to wade through this dark water, climb up the stone platform, cross the ring of silver nails, and then you would need to magically or otherwise move the dark water to create a path, or you could just dive in.
and all of that to get to the gaping hole.
That is the gaping hole. So to get to the gaping hole, you just need to wade across dark water and walk up the stone platform.
Okay. All right. I relay what I think I understand of that to the group, and then I double back down. I don't feel so good. How long am I poisoned for?
1 minute.
You feel the poison clear your system.
Oh, okay, I'm fine now.
Ring of silver nails.
Mhm.
Does this sound like any sort of like anti undead ritual or something like that?
It feels. You made an Arcana check already?
Nope.
Make an Arcana check.
Yes.
For you, Nora, as you really look around at that kind of like divination, you also get the sense that this alarm spell will link to elsewhere within this mansion. I would say specifically thinking about divination, though, it's looking at the kind of angles of the string and the runes. They're oriented to send this alarm upwards. And it strikes you that these are really meant so that people know if somebody goes down.
Natural 20 or total of 20.
It's a natural 20. You've heard about, I would say you probably haven't seen spells like this that have been used in ancient prisons to keep powerful magical entities sealed. These are, and you're not seeing the whole thing. Parts of it have been removed or just kind of lost. This is the remnants of something that would be nigh uncrossable to a specific entity. But that is worn away. And what you are looking at now is merely a warning. You get the sense that should you cross those silver nails, the only thing that will happen now is a single word will be sort of spoken into the air. Don't.
That's definitely some sort of like magical prison where the bars are mostly rusted.
The prison is broken, right?
It's like there as like a suggestion to the creature thing.
Or to those that
Spirit.
would cross it.
It's basically like it's as if like someone told you, hey, don't go into the dye pools. And you're like, wow, that looks like a fun idea anyway. And they're like, why would you do that?
Because you turn purple.
Yeah.
And then your hide turns purple from your parents.
I remember that. I was purple for weeks.
Mom also turned purple.
Oh yeah.
We should go down then. I mean, we shouldn't because we're probably gonna die if we do. But also, that's probably where the dirt moon is.
That's definitely where the dirt moon is, or whatever is guarding it.
Because if the prison's eroded over time, then that explains why there's been more rain and more strife in the area.
Did like the bard use the dirge moon to like write music?
Or at least chained it up and kept it safe.
What's on the desk? Is there anything on the desk?
The desk is ruined. I mean, you can see it's almost folding in half, not because it's broken, but because the moisture has probably taken the heaviest part where there is no legs and just slowly kind of bent it in towards the floor.
Gotcha.
You can see some of the drawers and stuff are open. There's nothing that you can immediately see within. Give me 1 second here. You would need to get closer to kind of pull open these drawers and see if there's anything within them.
What were you saying,
You
Karen?
need to wade through the dark water.
Oh, more of that. It's probably down there because the prison's eroded over time, and if the prison was meant to keep the Dirge Moon contained. Its magic has a lot of potential. It probably just wasn't strong enough to hold it forever. That would also explain the recent rain and extra corruption and all the other bad stuff that's been happening.
Or someone damaged it.
What were the other names for the Dirge Moon? When I asked, I think it was like He Who Grows with Grief, like what are the other gems, and he gave me a bunch of names, and I think were any of them related to like a song?
Related to what?
Being a song.
Well, Tuli's mentioned it sings quite a bit.
Being a song, you said?
Yeah. The gem itself.
From what you have heard about the Dirge Moon, I don't think that you guys have heard very much about it, actually. There's not a lot of
I heard the
research
alternate
done.
names from it, from the He Who Grows with Grief, I think, when I tried to ask him, like, what would a poor roll, and I think he gave me a bunch of names, other names for the Dirge
He
Moon.
gave you at least one. Yeah, give me 1 second. Let me pull it up here.
Or does anyone else remember?
Currently flipping through my notes. Hold on.
Yeah, I remember it's Friday.
Velmeyer's Hymn.
Velmeyer's Hymn, The Pages of Mist.
Velmeyer is the name of the bard's house we're in.
You are currently standing on the first floor of the Velmeyer estate.
You know what? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. It's you, Tuli. You said don't wake the song, so I guess
Time to go wake it up.
we ready?
No. Don't touch the ropes. They're alarm spells and they're probably leading up to the goblins.
Is
You
there?
said that already.
Oh, but if we go into the, he said it's alarm spell. I know that if you the alarm spell, it's not just the ropes. If you go into the area, it will sound the alarm. Is that correct?
These particular ropes, you need to disturb them to cast the alarm spell.
Is it possible to go through them without disturbing them? Like,
Yeah, it's possible. They're hung at kind of like crisscrossing angles. So when you think about like the lasers and you have to kind of do the somersaults through, that's kind of what you're looking at, made out of bone charms around this. But you certainly could. I would say that would be an acrobatics check. I could maybe even see a stealth check working for this to sneak through.
All right, one at a time. Because
Does anyone have
do guidance once at a time.
a way to
I can also.
disrupt the spell instead? Actually, alarm spell. If you like dispel it or something, does the caster know?
That's a good question.
That's a good question.
I actually do not know.
Everyone immediately pulls up the phone.
I don't think so. Because I think alarms.
You set an alarm against unwanted intrusion. You choose whether the alarm is mental audible. Ping if you are within 1 mile of the reported area. Wakes if you're sleeping. It doesn't say, and so my guess, it is not a concentration spell, so they probably do not know.
Set it
Okay.
for you.
How high up is the
How many times do you have to cast a
like?
spell
How
magic?
tall is the ropes?
The ropes only go up probably about 4 feet. So there's like, and the ceilings are like 20 feet up. So there's a lot of space above them.
Okay. If we can't dispel it, I don't have anything to dispel it. But if we can't, I can, cast a little disc and we can use it to hop over the rope.
Oh, that
The
would
disc
work.
will float about 3 feet above, so we'd only have to jump up feet.
And you could also use that to cross this dark water.
Would the disc make the ropes go?
I mean, I would be like ropes, disc, us. Wah. I do that all with prestidigitation and illusions. Wah.
Little story time. Like, okay.
I don't know. That's the best I got. What do you guys got?
That's a great plan.
As usual,
You're
me
fine.
have
You're
not
fine,
like
better.
Me can jump though.
Do you cast Tensor's floating disc?
It would take 10 minutes for me to cast it, though, so I just realized that. I usually don't prepare that.
My only other thought would be silence doesn't work against alarm.
No,
right?
it's
No.
too far away.
No, this one's different. This one's, it's like they can hear it in their head magically.
No,
Whoever set these up.
no.
Guidance backpack.
So you sit down. Are you casting Tensor's floating disc?
I don't have a better
Do we
idea.
want to wait and jump over the disc, or do we want to just try to sneak through now and save 10 minutes? What do y'all think?
Me not very good at sneaking.
Well, it's not sneaking. It's more like ducking under.
Me pretty good at ducking, I guess.
I'm terrible at ducking, but I don't know how much time we have. And
I'd be willing to bet not much.
I agree.
Are we hurt?
Yes.
Yeah.
If we have 10 minutes, I can cast it, and we can maybe
I can also cast
other. Yeah.
Prayer of Healing if we're waiting 10 minutes, but
All right.
that's kind of a gamble.
What you doing?
I'm gonna stand watch.
Me think gamble the right move.
All right.
Me not like it though.
Wait, which one's the gamble?
Wait 10 minutes.
Okay. I start ritually casting Tensor's floating disc. Question, Joe,
Yeah.
because like, can I dispel it? Like when we're done with it, can I just be like, all right, go away?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay.
Just double check.
Because it's not a concentration spell.
Yeah, I would say you can end it. You can choose to end it if you wish.
Cool.
You
All right.
can't like make it disappear and have it come back. It's
Yeah.
gone. Yeah.
I'll have to recast it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I will start casting it and just place it like right in front of the rope
Okay.
that we'll have to like jump over.
You begin to take little bits of dust, and in the silt and mud, you begin to create the spell ritually. What are people doing in this 10 minutes? Okay.
I have a question.
Sure. Is it prayer of healing praying? Okay.
Nora was knocked unconscious. Had Puff up. Is Puff still here, or does Puff go?
Puff is still here.
Helping keep watch with Puff.
Okay, make a perception check.
I will also keep watch.
Also
I
make a
got
perception check.
Does Puff give the help action for that or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
12.
Okay.
I don't know why I keep checking what I add to perception. I know it's a 1. 18.
Okay.
15.
The three of you, over the course of this 10 minutes, you hear the sound of Emmy praying. You hear the sound of Grimgab just kind of inscribing things into the ground. You hear Thule chewing on this toffee apple, but you hear other things also. In the distance, up on the floor above you, almost across the estate, you hear, for those of you who rolled above a 15, a thump, a powerful kind of thump, or maybe even an explosion. And then kind of quiet. Maybe a minute later, thump, another big explosion, and little bits of rock kind of fall down from the ceiling.
Oh, that's not good. Is there a door to this room or no?
In this room, I have so many tabs open. I don't need the Alliance Academy open anymore.
My RAM.
My boys.
Just download more RAM.
It's not it's just like physical space on the screen. From
Get a
this
wider
room,
screen.
there is the doorway, the kind of open doorway that you all entered into. And then turning your attention to the right, you can see that along the southern wall, there is a door shut. You can see like kind of buckled away from this room through the force of moisture. You can see like gaps around it. This is not locked, or even if it is, you could still just push it open because the like metal itself protruding from the wood.
Is the sorry, hold your brain. Is the door that we came through, is that able to be shut, or is that just
It's just an open doorway.
Does the carpet go into this room?
It does not. It ends right around the corner.
Is there carpet? Can we see any carpet at the other door that you just described?
You do. You can see a navy colored carpet that seems to kind of spread out the foot or so that you can see beyond the warped door.
Got it.
That seems to be a hall.
Okay.
So the 10 minutes pass. Suddenly, all of you feel substantially better.
Ah,
How much
this is
healing is that?
Grimgod's floating disc.
As Grimgod's floating disc pops into light, suddenly it heals you.
Oh, good. You don't know you can do that.
I mean, that's how that
your
works.
eyes.
20.
Very nice.
Wow. Nice.
And at the end of this 10 minutes, that gamble certainly feels like it pays off. Because nothing makes its way through the space. But those of you keeping watch do hear several other times, very patiently, come further. Yeah.
Is it the same voice that says "take hold" when we've killed a silt knife?
It sure is. The disc
Hey guys.
off the ground.
Alright, I'm assuming everyone else hears that. That sounds like the same voice
It is.
that we hear when we
Yeah. So I need
kill
to-
a Silt Knight. One of those goblins. We don't know the word Silt Knight, right?
We do.
I don't think we.
Silt Knife is
I
the
feel
name
like-
of a clan.
We got told about them.
Yeah, you did get told about
Yeah.
the Silt Knights. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I wasn't sure if that was like meta
um,
or not.
I thought you said Silt Knife, which is a clan. Silt Knight is a position within the Crackelslash hierarchy.
Oh, we got told about the silt knives.
Yeah, 100%
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Um,
two
I need to check in with my mom real quick.
okay, of course.
Sure.
Yeah,
I rolled like a 21 for athletics check if that comes right.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know. So with Tensor's floating disc available, what are you all doing?
Hop.
Nora hops on the
Do you want me
disc.
to
How much does it hold
prestidigitate
again?
you?
So I think it's 1,000 pounds.
Oh, okay.
500.
500. So you have Nora on there. You
That's pretty
shuttle
heavy.
Nora.
Oh, I make
over.
you half as heavy.
Oh,
Are you,
thanks.
are you doing everybody at once? You can't do everybody at once.
No,
Just
no,
in groups?
I'm assuming we're jumping one at a time.
Okay, one at
Oh,
a time.
okay.
So you put Nora on this disc and you float it across. Nora,
I-
beneath you.
We're,
Jumping one at a time.
the disc was for to get us over the charm, and I don't think I can willfully move the disc.
Gotcha. So
But
you're
the
wading
disc-
through the water and then using the disc as like a step over the charms, basically.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly. I don't think I can.
It stays a certain distance away from you.
It stays
and
20
moves.
feet away from me and follows me, so I
Gotcha.
can't like.
So you walk into
Unfortunately.
the water?
How far is the water? Yeah, I guess we do.
Okay.
How wide is it again?
The disc?
The water.
The water, it covers most of the room.
Okay.
So
So it's not like jump overable.
Right, I forgot about the water. Hey, this water's probably gonna suck when
it's
we
like
step
20
in, by the
feet
way.
to the center platform, so maybe you could.
Yeah.
For everybody else, it'll be a pretty tough jump.
I'm gonna
And even for you, it'll be pretty tough.
I'm gonna try jumping because
Okay.
there's no reason not to.
Make an athletics check.
How far is the jump over the water again?
20 feet.
Once disked over the ropes, Nora will prepare to ford the water with everyone else.
22.
As you're getting ready for all of this, Tonki just bends her knees and just leaps this entire distance of water. You can see over the water, little trail as the passage of Tonki creates like a little rippling wake. But you just land on this raised platform on the steps right in front of this steel circle. Chains rattle around you. You can see there's a sway to the kind of bits of fabric that kind of swing here. And you now stand directly over this kind of hole. The charms all directly in front of you. You have like 5 feet of space. There's like charms right here, and then you turn, and then water right there. But your friends all on the other side, about 20 feet away.
Oh, so now we have to all cross. So we all have to cross the hurdy water first. We don't know what the water does, and then we deal with the charms.
Correct.
Okay. In that case, I have. Let's see. How was the running jump calculated again?
It's an athletics check, and because it's going to be further than what you could normally do as a running jump.
So the athletics check is
But,
very kind.
Long jump typically allows you to leap horizontally. Your strength score in feet. So,
Oh,
10, I think that's 10
that's
feet for you,
amazing
probably.
for Nora. Feet.
Provided you move at least 10 feet on foot immediately before the jump. If you want to try to make that athletics check, it's a pretty high DC.
All right. So
You saw Tonki make it, so that probably tells you about what the DC is.
All right, guys, I can make us half as light, and that should, let me do the math, get us be able to jump twice as far. But, I don't know if I can jump that far. Actually,
I can't. And
Later.
Nora just like, good luck, guidance, and walks forward.
Nora, you step into the water. It's cold.
Oh,
And that's it. You cross the water to this platform, climbing up, and you now stand next to Tonki.
it's cold. That's it.
You follow as well.
can I do an Arcana check on the water? I don't trust it.
You
Okay.
can't. You can make a nature check on the water if you really want to.
All right, I guess I cross.
Okay. You step into this water very gingerly, and it is very cold, but outside of that, It's just water. You cross over, and now all of you stand very close together. It's only about 20 feet wide, and so especially with hockey, two of you probably have like 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on the steps. Directly in front of you, these charms kind of go over the desk, around the desk, and then there is this gaping hole.
All right, into the hole. All right, I'll go first.
What side is the rope ladder on?
The rope ladder,
Yeah.
it's on the other side of the charms.
Okay.
Do you mean like on the hole, if it's on our side of the hole or the other?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll kick the rope ladder down first.
I mean, if you
Mage hand.
can.
You take
Mage hand, and I'm just gonna push the rope ladder down.
You mage hand across. As the mage hand crosses these silver nails, there is a ripple in the air. The hand itself kind of almost twists down, but then reforms and drifts across this space. And it picks up this ladder and drops it down. And all of the water that kind of forms almost like a plug on the top just falls down. And there is a splash below. You hear running water beneath you. And as you look beyond these bone charms, you can now see down into this hall. It drops about 20 feet into a broken hall. And you can see there is a landing where the stones have kind of fallen down and risen up out of the water. Maybe a like 15-foot wide platform, but then there is just running water moving by it. You can see kind of tapestries that sag into the water, the moisture kind of pulling them down. You are looking into a partially submerged hallway, and you can hear whispers and voices kind of calling from the darkness.
You said there was running water down there. If I jump, do I have to jump into the hole immediately after I jump over the charms?
Yes.
Okay.
There's a very, we're talking inches of stone. That is where the ladder was kind of piled up. You could theoretically land there and literally you'd be on your heels or your tippy toes. If you were standing flat-footed, you would cross the charms or fall into the hole. But you might be able to pinwheel balance there for a little bit. It seems almost ludicrously difficult, and I'm not sure why you would want to do that.
Shake it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So then yeah, I guess I jump over.
Okay. So you leap. Are you making yourself lighter to do this as well?
I'm gonna climb onto my disc, which is right next to the charm.
Yeah,
So I'm
no
only
problem.
have to jump a foot, but yes, I will make myself lighter.
So you kind of climb up onto this disc. You peer over. To jump off this disc, you'd be going 4 feet past the charms. Then you'd be falling past the floor and then 20 feet down to what is just a pile of stones.
Not water. Jumping
Then
onto
there's-
stone.
Then there's water kind of running by this platform of stones that rises out of the water itself. You
Don't you have further fall?
I do.
could maybe angle yourself to fall into the water, but given the fact that this is like a pile of rubble rising out, it's probably real shallow right at the base of it. And you'll probably be leaping into stone.
Can I grab the rope ladder?
You certainly can.
I jump and try to catch the rope ladder.
I would say make a sleight of hand check. Grimgob climbs up the disc, floats him up, and then Grimgob kind of grabs up his robes and then just leaps.
22.
And with a 22, he stretches his full body out like a cat leaping, and just barely your fingertips grab the rope. The whole rope swings. You can hear this ancient kind of, not ancient, but very kind of tattered hempen rope stretch with the impact of you hitting and swinging. You swing on this rope maybe 5 feet below the ceiling above you. You swing out, kind of tap the wall, and then swing back. And you swing out over this kind of dark water. The water below you, maybe 15 feet below, is maybe knee deep. And here there is almost like a mist just on top of the water because it is cold. And with the warm air above, it seems to kind of create two very different environments. You can see that to the east, to the left from where you are looking, the water ends and the hall kind of rises up and out of it. And you can see there is a hallway that goes to what looks like a metal door. Kind of looking further on the inside here, the water gets quite deep, kind of filling the tunnel further along, and you would need to go underwater to progress further south. But from here, if you want, you can kind of climb down the ladder and come to this platform.
I'll do that, and I'll just look at the rest. Look at the rest of the group.
Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that. I'm gonna be honest.
Me not think ladder could hold me, even if me could catch it.
If you all jump at the same time, I can catch you.
What?
Grim me. Me not think that true.
Oh, with feather fall.
Oh, that makes more sense.
All of us?
At once?
I mean, every time I cast it, it's like a spell slot, so it'd be much easier for me if you all just jump at once.
Is that how better fault works?
You get 5 people?
Let's see. Choose up to 5 falling creatures within range. A creature's rate of descent slows to 60 feet per round. And if you land, you don't take any damage.
Okay.
Cast
Me
away.
ready.
So you have so everyone like has to be falling when I cast this.
So you look up and you see your friends holding hands around the circle.
Telling us that we have to like be like falling. Oh wait, we need to jump first.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay, me ready. Everybody ready?
Yeah.
1,
1,
2,
2,
3.
3. Jump.
Do you cast for the fall?
Jordan, you die.
Yes.
9 feet. And you stop. All of you kind of roll your ankles
Just
because
as
Grimgod
he
cast
does.
at the last time. But you all land on this uneven platform of basically debris that has fallen level-ish, about 15 feet wide, maybe 15 feet deep. And so you can all stand here, but pretty close together. The water runs by you. You can see the hallway itself is sunken deeper and deeper and deeper to the south and fully underwater, maybe only about 30 feet away. 15 feet away, you can see the opening to a hallway that runs down to where there is a locked door. And that is mostly what you're seeing. To see any further into this hall, you'll need to go underwater. And it's dark. Is anybody using any kind of light source? Otherwise, it is pitch black down here.
So not even dark vision.
Dark vision will allow you to see.
Oh, okay.
which is all black and white.
Black and white.
I have dark vision.
There you go.
I look.
And so you can see all of that.
With her dark vision, Nora is able to paw through the bag of holding and pulls out 2 potions of water breathing. Well, I only have 2 of these. At least good for somebody if we need to explore longer.
True.
We can send a pair ahead.
I'd rather not split up.
How many exits are the underwater to go south?
Yep. And then it seems you could go east by wading through like knee-deep water and then up into like the unsubmerged, is there a word for that? Regular hallway that is not in the water.
The dry one.
The dry part of the hallway. And you can see maybe like 20 feet down that hall, there is a steel door.
Okay. But down, which is where we want to go, is water.
Down is wet.
Question about bag of holding.
Sure.
Are we able to get into the bag of holding? Like, can we get in? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
We
How
don't
much
just
air
want
is in
to
it?
lace a couple of
There is
things.
10
No,
minutes of air in the bag of
I'm
holding.
so excited
There's
when he
not-
said, of course.
There's
Okay.
not much space in here.
In the bag of holding?
Yeah.
There is
You know
still
it's
a
magic,
limit.
right?
Yeah, but there's still a
There's still a limit.
What's the limit? Actually, let me see. I look in the bag and I do some math.
You're actually getting quite close, I believe.
Yeah.
You
We've got some big things in there.
probably have room for like Grimgob. You might have room for like 2 or 3 people, and that would be it. Given the amount of occupied space, there's probably not a ton of air in there. With 3 creatures, and you're also you're hoping that everybody's willingly going into what is a dark interdimensional space that is not probably very pleasant to spend any amount of time in.
We ain't got no ring here.
Do we want to just look down the not submerged hallway?
We're supposed
I think
deeper.
I think where we need to go. Yeah, I think we need to go deeper. I mean,
Cool.
it's underwater, but like, how much underwater can it be? I look down and try to like.
You splash. You have dark vision, right?
Yeah.
Make a perception check.
If we split the potion of water breathing, does it have the time, or is it just not work?
It doesn't work.
Damn.
If we split this flu vaccine,
Alright. I bring my head out of the water. I can't see anything down there. Can anyone else see anything? I rolled a 6.
you go
put my
underwater
head
and
in-
you open your eyes right as like a little piece of cloth in the water floats straight to your
Ah!
eye.
Tapestry!
Something poked my eye.
I'll look. I'll give it a
Make a
shot.
perception check. You dive under the water.
15.
With a 15, you look and just barely kind of gazing in this space, you can see that there is a doorway down the hall and on the western wall. This door has been twisted all the way out. You can see it's kind of laying on the ground in the hall under the water. And on the other side of it, much of the sort of shelves that were in this room seem to have collapsed inwards. You can see kind of really water-soaked wood kind of bloating in the space. A lot of debris seems to be kind of held by these shelves, and that's it. Most of this room has collapsed. And so this doesn't seem like maybe the safest place to go. But there is space in there. That is the only other avenue that you see on this sort of side.
I share that.
Once again, should we just like look at the other door to see if there's a path forward? I mean, clearly the structural integrity of this place is not phenomenal. We might be able to find another path down that doesn't involve swimming into a collapsed room.
How close is the other door? Is it like right there, or is it like...
Just 20 feet. You have to kind of walk maybe like 20 feet through this knee-deep water, and then you can climb up into this kind of unsubmerged part of the hallway.
Is
And then
it-
20 feet past that, there's the door.
Is it on the same level as the composition room was, or is it like...
No, it's
Okay.
it's down in this basement.
So Nora just wants to see if the door has been used recently.
Make a perception check. This is a pretty high DC. This is 40 feet away through the darkness.
Am I
Down
correct
a
that
narrow
there's
hall.
2 doors above water?
Only one.
Only
One above water, and then there's one that Taki saw when she dove beneath.
Okay.
It's the door. 5.
It is a door.
I'm gonna go look at the door that's not underwater first.
That's what... It's a door.
Yeah. Maybe there's something written on it.
I thought maybe it might have been used recently, but no, it's just a plain old door. Just a door.
I'm just gonna walk.
And you walk. You walk to the edge of the stone platform and look down. This is dark water. But you've already seen both Tonki and Grimgob kind of dive in, no ill effects. So you just walk in.
I think Ralph would just kind of like stick one foot in first,
Okay.
wait a second, and be like, "Did I die immediately? No. All right, sick. I'll keep going."
You watch as Ralph very hesitantly wades into the water, kind of sloshing 10 feet, then 20 feet. It comes up to your waist at its deepest point, and you can feel the stone underneath you kind of giving way slightly, the floor in poor shape. But then you can feel the water gets a little shallower and a little shallower as you rise into this hallway. And ahead of you, you see this steel doorway made of steel, very fine material. And you can see across the top and around the edges of it what would be almost like a molding to this door. Musical notes.
Got another music door. Is there any like writing or is it just notes?
Just musical notes.
I don't know how to read music. There are lots of notes and nothing else.
Can we have Thule take a break from his toffee apple to read the notes and like maybe play the music, or is that a wait for?
So you could ask Thule, absolutely. Thule kind of takes a couple chews of his apple, swallows it again, and just
Hold on.
goes,
Are we sure we want to do that? Because I just had a thought. Like, yeah, I know that way looks really wet, but The way we came in here through the hole can't be the only way to get in here. So there must be another way to get here for the rest of the mansion. And it could be that door, and that door could be separating us from the rest of the Crackelslash.
To be clear, Nora was not asking Tuli to go do that. Kara wanted to know if that was an option.
Oh yeah, it is.
Thank you.
It kind
So-
of defeats the purpose of this being a prison if there's more than one entrance and exit.
Yeah.
I mean, with that exit there, the hole doesn't look like probably part of the original design.
I think the warding spell was meant to just be over the because it's all a circular bit, and there was a circular dais, and the dais has fallen through.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think this part of the house was considered as part of that warding section. So
Make an Arcana check. Now that you've kind of seen below and above,
fuck if I know, that's a 6.
could be.
Go head out with your friends over there. Take a rest.
It's all constructed, right?
Yeah, this is all built stone, though this is older than the rest of the house. And it strikes you that you've seen stones like this before. In the dark, it was kind of hard to tell. But this isn't just black and white. This isn't just gray. These are almost like a dark brown color you've seen, and you are currently standing within a structure or within perhaps the city of Obra proper.
Oh, guys, this is an over
You are not standing
ancient
in
place.
any hallway. You are standing in a corridor or perhaps an avenue. But as you consider where you might stand, because it is 10 o'clock, and because we sorely miss Thule in this moment, this is where we're going to end for the evening. But I will say, you guys took a very... You just dug your way through the map, which I probably should have just kind of counted on. There was some really interesting encounters that you
I'm
guys
sorry,
walked
Joe.
by.
Sorry,
My two-story
Joe.
theater.
Oh. Don't tell us. We could maybe encounter this on a
Yeah,
crowd.
maybe it can be repurposed.
Nah.
I mean, we're gonna have to leave.
We did.
In theory.
We were told that leaving is going to be real difficult the way we came in.
But with that in mind, thank you for sticking with us for this session. It is crazy out there, so whatever you do, please stay safe. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.
Okay.
Sorry, Joe.
No. It's okay. It was like